always be in a fashion mode. Whether you're in an indoor mode or an outdoor mode, always see life in the best light with the iconic new color of Transition Signature lenses. Our advanced Chromia 7 technology now comes in graphite green. See more of Laurence Leboeuf and the full range of colors at transitions.com.
Some are driven to work hard, some to play hard. But you shouldn't have to pay a lot to fuel that drive. Ram 1500 is 13% more fuel efficient than the F-150 EcoBoost. 13% better fuel economy. Doesn't get any better than that. Ram, the most fuel efficient pickup ever. Guts, glory, Ram.
What is Come Together? It's playing with attitude, working together, and doing whatever it takes. It's not about the starting 9. It's 25 playing as one. One nation, one team, come together.
Hey everyone, Faisal Khamisa back with you. It's been an emotionally draining calendar year for Andrew Wiggins, with the talk of will he or won't he go #1 in the NBA draft, to eventually being drafted there by Cleveland and traded to Minnesota after LeBron re-upped with the Cavs. Well, all that's behind him now. Today, Wiggins was named the Kia NBA Rookie of the Year.
Came in here as a starter, expected to do a lot more than I would have on the other team. I think that's the thing that helped me grow a lot this year, with all the minutes that come with experience,
Okay, to hockey. Round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs start tonight with a double dip on CBC. You see Capitals Rangers at 7:30 Eastern, where the Flames and Ducks meet in Anaheim on Sportsnet at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific time. A future NHLers in action as well tonight. Connor McDavid and his Erie Otters can eliminate the Greyhounds. That's on Sportsnet 360 at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. It's back to a 7 o'clock start for the Jays tonight when they start a new series against the Indians. Toronto's coming off dropping 2 of 3 to the Red Sox. Our coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Sportsnet 1. While we're 2 days away from the biggest boxing match of the century, and Stephen Brunt explains why Mayweather-Pacquiao haven't had to sell this one themselves.
Since this promotion was announced 3 months ago, since this fight was announced 3 months ago, both of the fighters have taken the high road, especially, I guess, or maybe surprisingly, Floyd Mayweather, who has trash-talked opponents in the past.
Sure.
But I think it's almost like this fight sells itself, that they don't have to put on the theater, they don't have to demean each other. They're just going to let this fight play out and let the pay-per-views take care of themselves.
Now, if you haven't ordered the fight, here's some incentive. Anyone who does will be automatically entered to win boxing gloves signed by both fighters. Don't forget, we have coverage from Vegas leading up to Saturday every night on Sportsnet Central.
Six-Star, own it. Every snap, every shot, every swing. These elite athletes eat right and trust Six-Star to help them become greatness. Available at Walmart. Also available, Six-Star Fit Lean Protein, trusted by Danica Patrick.
Before Little Caesars created the new bacon-wrapped deep dish pizza topped with pepperoni and bacon and wrapped in over 3.5 feet of bacon, we only had one question. Is this much bacon even legal?
Now, I'm just a small-town pizza lawyer, but I do declare that wrapping these 8 crispy corners of pizza in over 3.5 feet of bacon is perfectly legal.
Great! Get a large bacon-wrapped deep dish pizza, hot and ready for to 8, and only $13.99 at Little Caesars.
Hot and ready. Oh, it's all perfectly legal.
We know you put your garden hose through a lot. That's why we're at UBC to test the durability of the new Yardworks polyurethane hose exclusive to Canadian Tire.
With the Thunderbirds!
Oh! High knees, fellas. Get those cleats up. It won't crack, even at -40. And it always bounces back to its original shape. Works perfectly. My perennials.
For durable hoses, Canadian Tire's got it.
As Canada's leading tax specialist, we don't miss a thing.
There.
H&R Block has 1,200 locations, open nights and weekends. Tax deadline is April 30th. So hurry in.
The
better performance. Many studies prove a serving of chocolate milk within 30 minutes of every workout has an ideal mix of fluids, carbs, and protein to help your body recover. Chocolate milk, the original recovery drink.
Family is all about firsts. First hellos and first lessons. The first kiss. The first time away. And that first trip home. Dodge Grand Caravan. For over 30 years, it's taken everything a family could throw at it or in it.
Which companion will you pick? Farm Heroes. Download now.
It's like a weird post-apocalyptic world.
You immerse yourself in the world of the subject.
It's a little over the top.
And that's the best way to tell a story.
I'm about to fight with the world champion in kickboxing.
Food is a gateway into any foreign culture. This is perfect.
Every generation you have a changing of the guard of media.
Vive la révolution!
A team like this, they're never out. They're a deep team. By no means this series over.
Their playoff chances are on life support. They were the CHL's #1 team who've collided with the league's #1 player.
Here's McDavid, fouled on its feet. McDavid scores! What a brilliant play by Connor McDavid!
And now he has a chance to pull the plug on the Greyhounds. Game 5, next.
We're in Northern Ontario where Wayne Gretzky started his junior career. Sault Ste. Marie, home of the class of the Canadian Hockey League, the top-ranked Greyhounds, who tonight face elimination against Connor McDavid and the Erie Otters. What a postseason it's been for this young man, Connor McDavid. 36 points in 13 playoff games, leads all scorers, coming off a 4-point performance on Tuesday. Nick Baptiste, meanwhile, early this season, the Otters wanted a right-hand shot on the power play, and they plucked this gem from the Sudbury Wolves. 4 goals last game against the Greyhounds. Jared McCann, Vancouver first-round pick, and the Hounds' first-line center, 13 points in 12 playoff games. He centers a top line with Sergei Plochinski and Michael Bunting. Welcome inside the CHL on Sportsnet Studios. I'm Jeff Merrick, joined by Troy Smith and Todd Warner. Now, we knew this would be a clash of champions, 2 powerhouse teams colliding and coming together. What we didn't think was we'd be facing an elimination game so early, but here we are in Game 5, Erie up 3-1 over the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. For the Hounds, all the cliches apply, but for Erie, what they would like to do is claim the Wayne Gretzky Trophy as top team in the OHL's Western Conference and take it back to Erie, Pennsylvania. Do we see handshakes tonight, or do we get a Game 6? Getting you set for Game 5, meanwhile, to the SR Center we go to say good evening to Rob Faulds. Faldsy?
Jeff, thanks very much. And this building will be rocking. With Erie leading 3-1, an interesting note is Erie, as a franchise, is 8-0 in the playoffs when they have a 3-1 lead. Chris Knobloch told us that he loves the composure of his team, and he says it reminds him of the 2011 Kootenay Ice squad that he was able to take to the MasterCard Memorial Cup tournament. For Sheldon Keefe and his Sioux Greyhounds, who must win tonight, he said, we were crushed on special teams. They have to get it done both on the power play and penalty kill if they want to have a success and throw it to game number 6 back in Erie a night from now. Well, 2 guys who are ready for this one are ready to call all the action. Here's R.J. Broadhead and our big guest, Louis DeBrusk.
Well, thank you, Rob. First of all, our thoughts are with Sam Cosentino and his young son, Blake, who is ill right now. We wish him a speedy recovery, but what an effort by you to get here. And when you're this size, it's not easy to travel on some of those planes. So lots of traveling to get Louis in here for Game 5. Now, when you look at the big line for Sault Ste. Marie, it's Jared McCann along with Michael Bunting and Sergei Tolchinsky. They all scored in Game 4, so that's a positive sign. They'll have to have a big game in this elimination one tonight.
They will, and they're going to have every opportunity to have a real big game. And what I mean by that is for Sheldon Keefe, he's going to have the matchups he wants, and he's going to give them that opportunity, favorable matchups, to be the line that dominates for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, and they have to be that line. I look at Jared McCann, though, as the guy that has to really get it going. He's the one that has to win the battles, make it his objective out there to be better than the guy across from him. They have to win those matchups, and if they do that, they're going to have a very good chance to win this game. They got going last game. They need to continue that this game.
Connor McDavid's been great throughout the playoffs. Nick Baptiste, 4 goals in Game 4. Alex DeBrincat had a couple of goals. Dylan Strome has 17 points in 13 games, which is pretty good, but don't you get the feeling there might be a little more there?
I think there is a little more in the tank. And you know, when I look at it, we look at the matchup for McCann's going to get. That's going to leave an option here for Knobloch to put who he wants out against certain people as well, and that's going to be Dylan Strome's job. And when Dylan Strome is moving his feet, as Chris Knobloch said as well, that's when he plays his best hockey. Stealing pucks, moving his feet. He's great in tight areas, and he does do a lot of little things that don't show up on the scoreboard. He's an elite offensive skill, but this could be one of those games for him to break out and say, I'm here too, and I'm going to take this over. McDavid's going to get a lot of attention tonight, and I think Dylan Strome can sneak in there and do what he wants to do.
Rob talked about how special teams has favored the Erie Otters. 5-on-5, Sault Ste. Marie has outscored the Otters 12-7 in the series. So if they can be disciplined, Jeff, it might be a positive outcome for them.
RJ, very much looking forward to this one. Also very much looking to the NHL draft in June in Sunrise, where Louis' son Jake looks to go somewhere in the first round. He plays with Swift Current in the Western Hockey League. Okay, Todd Warner and Troy Smith, former head coach of the Kitchener Rangers. What can the Sioux Greyhounds learn from, I guess, playoff failures from the past couple of seasons?
Well, this is a really big game for them, not just for this season, but for seasons past. Obviously, junior hockey goes in cycles, and there were some lean years there for the Sioux where, you know, they missed the playoffs, which allowed them to pick up guys like Darnell Nurse and Jared McCann. And from that, they've had 2 playoff experiences. First time against Owen Sound where they lost 4-2, and then, you know, more recently last year when they lost 4-0. And this is going to be a big test. You hope that the experience against Erie last year proves favorable for them tonight.
Does that make it personal for the Sioux Greyhounds? Don't want to go out to the same team 2 seasons in a row?
I think it does. There's obviously going to be a little bit more on the line, and they know each other that much better that they're going to want to get them back.
Todd, going into Game 4, we saw Connor McDavid literally putting this team on his back and saying, come on, boys, we're going to win this thing. And all of us smarty pants up here said he's going to need secondary scoring if the Erie Otters are going to do anything. They got that in Game 4.
They did, and it has to be a relief to Erie coach Chris Knobloch to have someone other than Connor McDavid starting to contribute for this team. Nick Baptiste and Alex DeBrincat, to be specific. Baptiste taking a shooter's approach here early in the game, and that would prove smart as the rest of the night he was shooting all the time. 2-on-1 here. He's got his head up. He's looking to make a pass and then shelves it. This is his 3rd of the night, right underneath the crossbar. He gets an empty netter for his 4th, so big breakout night. And Alex DeBrincat hadn't scored in 6. Gets an early goal when he takes McCann 1-on-1, and here the finisher, the winner. So 2 guys they needed to start scoring did for Chris Knobloch's Erie Otters.
And, you know, we went into that 3rd period in Game 4, and pretty much the consensus was Brandon Halverson had to make a big save, keep the Greyhounds in it. You knew Erie was going to come with a push. How much now is this going to be a defining game for the Rangers' second-rounder?
He's got to be better. No question about it. His numbers have dropped considerably in this series, and it's I think at times he's made some really good saves. It's the timing of the ones he hasn't made that have really killed his team. And in transition here, you see Williams make the save, comes back down the ice, and here's DeBrincat taking McCann out of the penalty box 1-on-1 to get his first goal in a while. So that one hurts. They need a save there, and later on, late in the 3rd, this is Nurse trying to get back now. It comes back. Richie's back checking on DeBrincat when he finishes the game off. So he's made some good saves. It's the timing of the ones he hasn't made that have hurt this team in this series.
And I know what all you coaches like to say, Troy. If you have a goaltender, it's 70% of your team. If you don't, it's 100% of your team.
Or it's the gag rule. You got to get a goalie if you want to have success.
All right, we'll see what happens. It is the Greyhounds facing off against the Erie Otters. One of 2 things will happen. Either we will have a Game 6 that will take place on Saturday, or what one coach always dreads, the dreaded Handshake Alley. Get to the SR Center in a couple of moments. Game 5, Otters, Hounds. Stay tuned. You're in for a good one.
CHL on Sportsnet. Brought to you by MasterCard. For everything you need to compete this season, there's MasterCard.
You decided to downsize your home. Then I said the contract should include an inspection, which revealed you weren't alone. Let a RE/MAX agent guide you. RE/MAX, dream with your eyes open.
I've got a to-do list and 5 acres of fresh air.
Happiness is a drive over mower deck.
That's how we run. And nothing runs like a deer.
Your empire is how the world will remember you. It's where your dreams come to life. But you must not delay. Plan quickly, build quickly, or be destroyed quickly. Will you build an empire that lasts forever? Will you be my hero?
Game of War. Play for free now from the App Store.
Tim Hortons Dark Roast Coffee. A brand new blend of Arabica beans roasted with care and brewed for a rich, full flavor and smooth finish. With over 85 million cups served, we seem to be onto something. Try it today.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered.
It's good. Does it make the short list?
You remember that, too. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
Thanks. Bye.
Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
Stanley Cup playoffs continue tomorrow on CBC. The next step of the ascent. With each victory in every round, another experience in survival. 5 regular season games, 5 wins for Tampa. But the next 4 wins are all that matter to Montreal. Lightning Canadiens Game 1 tomorrow on CBC and Rogers NHL Game Center Live.
Otters lead the best of 7, 3-1 over the Hounds. Game 5 on the horizon. First, Rob Faulds with Jared McCann.
Jared, I imagine there wasn't much of a pep talk. You guys know the seriousness of the situation you're in.
Yeah, we do. It's do or die now, right? So we just need to stick to the game plan that we had at the beginning and, continue.
Looks like your line's starting to get it. You're starting to feel it. You got a goal in the last game. Tell me what kind of energy you guys going to have coming out tonight.
We just got to stick to our game. The last couple games of the season, we did really, really well, and we're just going to keep it simple and play in a way we know we can play.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Jared McCann, he and his entire Sioux Greyhound team know the importance of this game. So two of the guys who are upstairs ready to call it. Let's join RJ Broadhead and Louis DeBrusque.
All right, Rob, elimination game in the Western Conference Final. Kid, the home team, Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, force a Game 6. Devin Williams hopes not, and he has found his game for the Erie Otters. 19-year-old from Saginaw, Michigan. He's won the last 3 in a row in this series, and he's chipped in with a couple of assists, so some fast attack scoring from the Erie Otters. Brandon Halverson, the Rangers' second-round pick. He is 19 now that March has rolled around. He's from Traverse City. Slow starts, 3 goals on 3 shots in Game 3. Then in Game 4, he allowed 2 goals on his first 5 shots. If he can get off to a better start, maybe the Greyhounds will jump out to a lead that the Otters can't come back from. But Erie's been perfect so far when they've had an opportunity to clinch the series. Wasted no time in round 1 against Sarnia. Finished that off in 5 games. Then they beat London in round 2. That was a sweep. After losing Game 1 right here at the SR Center of the Western Conference Final, they've won 3 in a row. Sault Ste. Marie, first time all year they've dropped 3 in a row. A packed house. Game 5 sold out in 6 minutes. Remy Ellie, he's been moved to the Jake Marchment line along with Taylor Radish. They might get something going offensively. Travis Dermott got a shot, but it came right back to him. Darren Radish now, that's through to Halverson. And he makes an early save. There's a big rebound, but the Greyhounds are on it.
That was a pretty juicy rebound right into the slot there. Good little wrister through traffic to get to the net.
Kolchinski, he got as far as the blue line, then it was knocked off his stick from Alex DeBrincat. Connor McDavid is out there, and so is Darnell Nurse. This is a matchup that Sheldon Keefe will be able to get on home ice. Nick Ritchie, he's got a burst of speed down that right wing side, but as he got into the middle of the ice, Corey Genovese poked it off his stick. Moore in front of the net. There's the Otters again. Ritchie came up with it, shoveled it back to the line. Stanley quickly gets it in again. Now it's in front of the net. Reaching for it was Gertler. He got a piece of it, put it on goal, and Williams made another save. Here's Connor McDavid, 1-on-2, and the crowd. We'll hear that all night, every time McDavid touches the puck.
Yeah, this guy right here is going to be all over him in this one.
Darnell Nurse. He can defend McDavid and then jump into the play quickly. We saw it right there. Now he's down low. Got it to Ritchie. That shot just narrowly missed. This is exactly what Sheldon Keefe wants. He wants Connor McDavid to have to defend during his shifts. John Dupuis. He got things started in Game 4 just 38 seconds in.
Waved off the ice.
Crowd didn't like that. Colton White controlling in his own zone. Nick Baptiste, you know he's feeling pretty good after a 4-point effort. Puck lost in front. Here's Baptiste. He gets a chance early. Oh, is he hot right now? A great start for Baptiste and the Otters.
Just a great stick by Dylan Strome to steal the puck originally to get it to Baptiste. And this is what we talked about, moving the feet, getting to an area. Good attack here by Strome. Little pick of the pocket. He finds Baptiste, who's red hot right now in the slot, and he buries it from there. This guy is scoring goals from all areas, but you give him this type of a look in the slot, he's going to put it home, and not the start the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds wanted it at home here with the crowd behind them. Gets a little quiet here after that one.
Discussion with the officials. D'Angelo and Strome are over there. D'Angelo continuing his discussion. Finally, they put the score on the score clock. Delaying here at the SR Center. Maybe hoping there'd be a review. 1-0 for the Erie Otters. And Dylan Strome is a smart player. He knew who the hot hand was. He got it right on Baptiste's stick. That did come outside the line, and Darren Radish let that shot go, and Dupuis will follow him right out to center ice, and Radish gets out of there quickly.
A little nastiness there, and there was a lot of that in the last game between these two teams that really seemed to come out, and that's something Sheldon Keefe said they have to really control, is play on that line, play on that edge, but don't go over that line and take penalties and have it cost them. So they're a big physical team, Sault Ste. Marie. They have to play that way, but there is a line they have to draw in the sand and say, this is where we want to be.
Another good start for the Otters. 1 shot, 1 goal. Sheldon Keefe having a conversation with the referee. Connor McDavid's out on the ice, right off the face-off. He might get a chance. Puts it in front of the net. Manson's tied up by Darnell Nurse. Couldn't get his stick down to get to that puck. Dupuis streaking down the left wing side. Gets it to the middle of the ice. Coming back to break that one up was Nick Betts. Connor McDavid right on the back of Nurse. Now he's got to deal with DeBrincat. Betts is in there. All three forwards making things difficult. Betts controls behind the net. He put it right on. Halverson made the save. And coming up with it is the Buffalo pick, Justin Bailey. Bailey from a sharp angle missed the net. Tim Gettinger getting his first action in this series. In fact, his first time playing in 8 games. Sheldon Keefe trying to get something that'll work. Stop this winning streak. The speedy Senation got it in front of Verbeek. Quentin Maximovic sends it behind his own goal. Troy Donay, who has to be battered and bruised. Games 3 and 4 blocked all kinds of shots, but didn't faze him. Verbeek sends it down to the corner. Senation's backed up. In tight with Gettinger. Donay, who's 6'7", has Gettinger, who can almost look him right in the eyes. The puck goes out of play.
Real fast start here as far as the north and south game here between two teams. And Connor McDavid's going to be looked at every single time he's on the ice. It's a responsibility of the line that's there to do their job. But Darnell Nurse especially is the guy that's going to step up and try and be physical on him every single situation. A little bit of a pushback there by McDavid saying, I'm going to come right at you the first time. The next time, maybe not so. Maybe a little bit of a, setting a little trap there to say, I'm going to try and go through the middle, go outside. But I like the fact that he goes to the tough areas. But Darnell Nurse, after that, jumped right up in the play and was a dangerous guy in the offensive zone. And you'll have to look for that as well. Had a little trouble down there.
Yeah, the referee has gone to the rink crew here. Sheldon Keefe having another conversation. And you know, when the rink crew starts popping on the helmets, they're going to hit the ice. Both teams over on their benches. Not quite sure what the issue is at this point. What a season it's been for Sault Ste. Marie, #1 ranked in the CHL. Really, their season started January 9th when they got all their players, D'Angelo, Bailey, Ritchie, Connor Boland, who maybe is an unsung guy, a strong defensive defenseman. They went 26-3.
Yeah, just an impressive run. And, you know, when you look at that, and the players that they have, the depth throughout the forwards and the defense that they can play with. And, you know, it's just a difficult team to play against. So coming into the playoffs, they are the favorites coming into this series. I don't think too many people thought that the Erie Otters would be up 3-1 in the series as they are now. I do believe games could have gone either way, the last couple especially. But, you know, for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, they want to get back into this one. They want to find a little bit of life, a little bit of a pulse to get back in here and believe that they can come back in the series. And the Erie Otters are going to try and nullify that early on. They got the first goal. They're going to want to try and build on that. This team playing at home, tough building. Take that from experience. This is a very difficult building. Well, this is a new building, but the old Sioux Memorial building was a tough one to play in as well. The crowd gets into it. They're loud, and they play well in front of their home fans.
Just to reinforce that, through the playoffs and regular season, Greyhounds lost 3 times in regulation on home ice.
There you go. You know,
2 of those were against Erie.
And that's impressive. And that even, you know, bodes well heading in for the confidence of the team. So they're trying to establish that again, get it back. The first game was the best game they've had in this series. They won that one 6-3 here on home ice. And they're trying to get back to that pace to do just that.
Well, Connor McDavid, we've talked about it a lot. What a fantastic playoffs he's had. And when you combine all 3 leagues, he is far and away the playoff points leader.
Almost 3 points per game average. It's incredible the way he's been able to tear it up. And, you know, such a specialist on the power play with the man advantage with the likes of the players they can put on the ice. And Erie, dangerous. But you saw the speed that he can attack with, and that's really what propels his game, is when he attacks with that speed, pretty hard to handle.
There's this line you talked about in the opening, Louis. The Jared McCann line. The Canuck first rounder wants to shoot it. Took all kinds of time. That gave the Otters an opportunity to get in that lane. They blocked it. Get it out to center. Nick Baptiste slides it in front of the net. Anthony D'Angelo. Not at 100%. Such a good defenseman.
And that's what it was right there. The ice, couple icings were waved off. And the one Darnell Nurse went back a little bit slower than he probably could have. It got waved off. The crowd didn't like it. One before that led indirectly to a goal later on in that shift. And I think that's what the crowd was not too happy about there. An icing, they get a little applaud for the referee saying, hey, nice to call an icing every once in a while, but they'll let you know if you're having a good or bad night.
And that's subjective in this building.
Yeah, exactly.
Off the face-off, Nurse gets it to D'Angelo. Nick Ritchie, Anaheim Ducks first rounder. He's had a wonderful playoffs too, averaging over 2 points per game. He is second in OHL playoff scoring. When he's on, he is tough to contain, and this is his second shift, and both have been played the majority in the offensive zone. Gabe Gertler, the centerman on this line, tried to find Sination, but big Troy Donne, he's signed by the New York Rangers, controls behind his goal. Otters will go predominantly with 4 defensemen. The 2 overagers, Donne and Genovese out there now. They team up, and Travis Dermott, Darren Radish, they'll be the other pair. You see Curtis McDermott sitting down in front of us. He's an LA pick. This is his final game of his suspension. So Erie knows one way or another, whether it's in this series or the next one, Curtis McDermott will return to their blue line.
This morning, him and Mason Marchment were playing against the coaches, and they feel they won the game. It was pretty competitive in the 3-on-3 mini hockey after in the skate for the extras, and he's only got 2 more games left. So they're going to get some reinforcements. And the great thing about getting suspended players back is they weren't injured. They're ready to go as soon as they get back in the lineup.
Pass back to the line. Medrick Mercier, he's in the lineup tonight instead of Gustav Bormann. Mercier, good job at the line to keep that in with his skate. Got a shot through. There's a rebound. They're banging away. Devin Williams guards his net. finds the puck and covers up.
That was a good shot. Nice little wrister through the traffic and a little mishandled there as it drops down in front. And, you know, this is the difficult part, trying to get shots through the Erie Otters. Like, terrific blocking team. They're trying to get in shooting lanes, so those little wristers sometimes can have eyes get through, and a couple of whacks afterwards. Good job by Erie to clear everybody out of the way and not allow that rebound to sit there too long. And a good save there by Williams.
Verbeek on the face-off for Sault Ste. Marie will not be taking the draw. He's being ejected from this face-off, so Brian Moore comes in against Jake Marchment, who will take most of the draws in the defensive zone for the Otters. Pass came back to Moore. His attempt to get it to Gettinger failed. Then at center ice, Connor Boland just chips it to Verbeek. They get it on the stick of Anthony DeAngelo, the Tampa Bay first-rounder. 25 goals and 81 points in the regular season, and he can fly when he gets going. Gets through the middle of the ice. DeAngelo with a shot, and that's stopped by Devin Williams. DeAngelo got it again, popped off his stick. Fellows can't win that foot race.
You're not going to win that one with a little jump that DeAngelo had. Great rush up the ice by DeAngelo. Good shot across the grain, handcuffs Williams a little bit with it, and then a good recovery by him to come back and make the defensive play.
Verbeek gets wound up. His pass is too far ahead of Moore, though. We saw Anthony DeAngelo after the morning skate, and he had his game face on then.
He did. He was excited, you know, to get back into the lineup last game, and he wants to go 100% when you're battling with injuries and trying to get back and feel yourself out. Looks like he's close anyway with that rush he just had there.
We didn't see that from him in Game 4.
Yeah, he's got a little jump in his stride tonight.
Sergei Tolchinsky, he's always got a jump in his stride. Leaves it for Bunting. Bunting led the Greyhounds in goals with 37 during the regular season. There's a nice move by Darnell Nurse. Couple of strides in, but couldn't get it to the net. Got it on the stick of Bunting, so he spins behind the net. Creates a chance. Got it in front. It was off a skate, and all the Erie Otters had conglomerated in front of their goal and came up with a puck.
The Sioux need to do a little bit better job getting bodies in front there. That was a real nice evasive move by Nurse to find a shooting lane. He looked up, there was nobody standing in front of Williams, so therefore it's an easy save. Get bodies in front of him.
Alex DeBrincat, OHL's Rookie of the Year. He's trying to get away from Darnell Nurse, and that proved to be too difficult. Nurse is going to jump into this play too. Quickly gets it over to Tolchinsky. Here's Nick Ritchie, snaps a shot. That's wide off the glass. Nurse moves it to an open corner. Tolchinsky reaches for it. It's bouncing around down there, but Nick Baptiste slows it down for the Otters. And he'll move it back to the defense. He's been out there a while. He needs a change.
A little extra motivation here, too, by Darnell Nurse. He's been jumping every chance he gets. He's right up in the rush. And that shot by Ritchie, boy, does it ever fly off of his stick when he shoots the puck.
Kyle Maximovich works into the Sault Ste. Marie zone. Correction, Baptiste was just heading to his spot for the breakout. He didn't go to the bench. Long shot from Genovese. That's right on Halverson. He makes the save with Baptiste in his crease. Anthony DeAngelo. This is more the Tony D we know.
Hey, big guy. How'd you like to trade that sandwich for a photo with the Avengers?
Nope. Assemble your mighty combo today at Subway to get an Avengers collector card and a chance to win one of 3 heroic trips. See Marvel's Avengers Age of Ultron in theaters May 1st. Subway, eat fresh.
Come on, man. Travelodge is where hardcore fans stay. Where hockey moms stay. Where mascots stay. Where hosers stay. And where hockey stays. We salute those who live hockey. Make a great save at wherehockeystays.com.
I love my tablet. I can list my car for free on AutoTrader with just a couple of taps, and then I can switch over to my grandchildren's social feeds. Oh!
Anyone can buy and sell like a pro with AutoTrader.ca.
Canadians are no strangers to disaster, both natural and accidental. When catastrophe happens, remember this name, Winmar, your property restoration specialist. For over 35 years, Winmar has helped Canadians put their lives back together after trying circumstances. Count on prompt professional services from trained specialists, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Learn more about Winmar, the property restoration specialists.
Across the Canadian Hockey League, they're into the conference finals. In the NHL, they're starting the second round, and it begins tomorrow. The Tampa Bay Lightning off a tough 7-game victory over Detroit, facing the Montreal Canadiens. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. You'll see it on CBC's Hockey Night in Canada. Also, you can check it out on Rogers Game Center Live.
This is Game 5 of the Western Conference Final. Sault Ste. Marie finished first in the West Division, first in the Western Conference, number 1 ranked team in the CHL. Now we see what they're made of. Backs are against the wall, down 3-1 in this series, and the Erie Otters are off to a 1-0 lead. Nick Baptiste scored just over 2 minutes in, and that's his 6th goal in the last 7 periods. Darnell Nurse, he won't take many shifts off in this one. Back on the rush, got it to Bailey. Nurse heading back to his defense position. Couldn't come up with that puck. Roy Donay goes to the safety behind his own goal. Comes out the right wing side, goes cross ice to center. Taylor Radish in his rookie season. Over 20 goals. He's turned this third line into one that's dangerous. And Remy Ellie is on this line in this game. Nick Betts has been put on the Connor McDavid line. Cross ice pass. Bailey gets a chance. That's stopped by Williams.
A great pass by D'Angelo right there, getting up in the rush once again.
Danley up ahead to McCann. He's flying into the Erie zone, but they've played very responsible defensively so far. Brandon Halverson likes to play the puck. Put that off the skate of Kyle Maximovich. That could have turned out a lot worse. Kolchinski taking a look over both shoulders. Colton White wanted to jump into the play, but Kolchinski took a moment too long, and they're offside.
That's a good gap right there by Erie to protect that line and force that offside. Chris Knobloch this morning and this afternoon when we talked to him, very calm, cool, collective. They understand what's at stake here. They want to finish this series off, but it is another game. They have to approach it the same way. One at a time. Do the things that have made us successful. Couple little tweaks here and there that he wanted to instill into the lineup. Little changes in the lineup column, and see if he can't provide a little more depth in that system. But a very comfortable bunch looking down there before the game.
Nick Ritchie looking for an opportunity to get that good shot away. He got it on goal, and that created a mild adventure. But again, Otters got back there in time. Betts trying to go wide. It's knocked off his stick. Gets past DeBrincat. Here's Nick Ritchie. Cross ice pass. Nurse couldn't come up with it. It was too far behind, and Sault Ste. Marie's offside again.
It's been a real nice pushback here by the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. After that first goal was scored at home, you have your home fans here. It's getting riled up. They get scored on, but they've really responded well. They're getting more pucks to the net. They're getting bodies. That's the second time we've seen Ritchie come down, unload that heavy shot. It really takes off his blade when he shoots it. All 230 pounds into that one there, and both of them haven't been handled very well by Williams.
This is the matchup we're seeing a lot against the Connor McDavid line, is the Nick Ritchie line, and so far in this game, it's been pretty good for Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that Ritchie can provide too, that physical play, the skating ability to stick around and hang with McDavid, and that aggressive gap once again. If McDavid winds up, gets speed, he's dangerous with it. You have to try and stop that in the rush as quickly as possible. Not easy to do, much easier said than done. But Ritchie got the task last game of, trying to track down McDavid. He took that one penalty on him on the back check, which probably would have led to a pretty good scoring chance. So it's almost a penalty you'll take.
Top line for Sault Ste. Marie's out there against the McDavid line now. Maybe a hunch from Sheldon Keefe, thinking they're tired. McDavid knocks one down to DeBrincat. He was alone in front. Tried to tuck it in. McDavid's on the puck. Makes a pass to Bench, and it's skipped over his stick.
Couple dynamite passes by McDavid there.
Might be more on this shift. Oh, what a sidestep that was. Catching up his Betts. There's a move. Oh, he's stopped by Halverson. And he hangs on. A great chance for Nick Betts. Connor McDavid setting everybody up, but his line mates couldn't score on Halverson. A flash of brilliance from Connor McDavid, but Brandon Halverson makes sure his team only stays down by 1.
Arctic Spas, engineered for your family.
Running out of space? We can help. The BMO Smart Fixed Mortgage has a great rate, so you can save thousands and fast forward to being mortgage-free. BMO, we're here to help.
Tim Hortons Dark Roast Coffee. A brand new blend of Arabica beans roasted with care and brewed for a rich, full flavor and smooth finish. With over 85 million cups served, we seem to be onto something. Try it today.
The RE/MAX Home Team Contest offers you the chance to win over $22,000 in prizes, with a grand prize package including an Arctic Spas hot tub. Enter often for weekly prizes. To enter, go to WHL.ca. Click on the RE/MAX Home Team Contest button.
Arctic Spas, engineered for your family.
Behind the Sioux bench with Sheldon Keefe. Coach, you told us before you thought that in Game 4 there was a lack of focus and maybe composure. It looks like you've addressed that early in this game.
We've been better there. Obviously we let in the first shot of the game, and that makes it tough on our guys. We've held it together and just stuck with it. We've got a lot of game left.
I like the words you said to the guys during the break. A little more time in the O-zone.
Yeah, we'd like to spend more time there. We're getting lots of opportunities on the rush, which is fine. But after that, we got to get some recoveries and sustain ourselves down there a little bit.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks. They want a little time in the O-zone.
Yeah, don't we all? There's a redirect from the blue line. They aren't getting to many rebounds. Some shots are getting through, but Erie's done a good job gobbling up any loose puck. There's a low shot from Taylor Radish. That missed the net. Troy Donay just wants to keep the puck in deep. Jake Marchment takes a hit from Darnell Nurse. Ellie's on it. Good hard pass to the line. Genovese lofts one in front. Nobody got a stick on it. And Halverson got to the top of his crease to make the save.
Really like the shift by this line for Erie. Good heavy shift down low, cycling puck. Couple real good shots. Donay had one that ricocheted a couple times off of sticks. Didn't miss by much. So a little bit of a push back to get some offensive zone time and stabilize a little bit after that real good shift by Connor McDavid. 3 good passes, 3 opportunities. You like to see a follow-up shift like that. Jake Marchment led the way in the corners.
Dylan Strome line out there now against Blake Spears, Justin Bailey, and John Dupuis. Here's Spears, draft eligible, sitting at 49th among the Central Scouting final rankings. The captain of the Greyhounds, Darnell Nurse. He wanted to move it in front of his net, but there's Dylan Strome in a good position again, making this breakout difficult for the Greyhounds. Nurse has an opportunity. This time it's right to Blake Spears. He moved it ahead to Dupuis, just onside. Strome, the OHL scoring champ, up ahead to Kyle Maximovich, who has just continually gotten better as this season's gone on. He's been elevated to the second line as a result. D'Angelo spots some open ice, rushing the puck a lot more. Dupuis can't get the return feed to D'Angelo, but he's still down there. Put it into the top of the circle, and Maximovich was tied up with Justin Bailey. And it's an interference call to Maximovich in a power play coming to the Greyhounds.
And that stemmed all the way back into the defensive zone, and Maximovich wasn't too happy with the way that he was hit in the head a couple times by Bailey. Bailey very aggressive. He's a much bigger guy, catches him high a couple of times. He comes back and takes it out in front of the net right here. Just takes down the big man. It doesn't allow him to get that stick down, but that was a little bit undisciplined because he took a couple himself, went and took the penalty in the power play for Sault Ste. Marie.
And this power play is usually potent. Still the number 1 ranked power play in the playoffs in this series. 2 for 12 and 0 for their last 6. And special teams has been a big advantage for Erie in this series. A reason why they're up 3-1. D'Angelo takes a look. Nobody open in front. He'll go back to the line. There's a one-time shot by McCann. It's tied.
Crowd giving him a hand here, and you knew McCann, we talked about him having to have a big game. They got on board. Last game they started to get their line going, and McCann here with a one-timer on the power play just tees it up through traffic. A little screen there by his own defenseman. No real chance there for Williams. But a good power play after a little bit of an undisciplined play. And it leads to a power play, and that's what playoffs are all about, timing. And the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, you knew they were eventually going to start to find their power play scoring touch, and that's a big one there to tie the game.
What do you think's being said on the Erie bench after that penalty?
Suck it up, Buttercup. No more of that, yeah. No undisciplined penalties, and that goes for both sides. And that's the way this series is shaping up to be, is you take an undisciplined penalty, and it usually ends up in the back of your net.
Game 5, even at 1. A must-win for Sault Ste. Marie. Travis Dermott in to help out. He was knocked down. Radish tried to clear the puck. And it did come just outside the line.
So a real boost there. And, you know, after giving up the first goal, the Greyhounds responded well and started to dictate play. Connor McDavid with a little flash of brilliance on the one shift. Could have got the go-ahead goal again by 2. But they hang on, get the power play, and tie this one up. And the fans here give them a pretty good round of applause to get behind them and push them.
Roy Donnet, Corey Genovese, they just play catch back there. Now the ice opens up for Genovese. He gets it to Connor McDavid. He's streaking down the right wing side, gets to the middle, put it right on. You never know, shoot or pass. This time Alverson wasn't fooled. He stopped the shot.
Well, you know, the taxi driver this morning taking me over to the rink said that Darnell Nurse was going to smash Connor McDavid. So this is all around the city, this matchup here. They want to see some toe-to-toe battles, and here's another one of those plays. A little bit of speed. Darnell Nurse caught a little bit back deep on the rush because of that speed. So you see Connor McDavid kind of evaluating, looking up the ice, knowing that he has a little bit of a lane. And I like this shot by him. Instead of always trying to go through people, use that screen, get the puck to the net.
Remy Yali, second-round pick of the Dallas Stars. Moves it back to Radish. Quick shot, partially blocked by Dupuis. Got over to Bailey. He sensed the chance, and he's drawn another penalty.
Wow. It's usually the other way around with Bailey. He's the physical guy, likes to go out there and rough it up, and he's been physical 2 shifts in a row, has been picking his spots, and yes, he's drawn another one here. So a real turn of events here in this game. 2 penalties taken. 1 capitalized on by the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds as the stick comes up. And now another power play for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds.
And this could be trouble for Erie if the Greyhounds' power play can remain hot.
Well, then you're building that confidence, right? You know, you go out there and score 2 in succession. It's like, okay, the life on the bench goes up, the crowd goes up. You start to believe that this is the way we want to play. It's what they've done all year long. And that's that little bit of life you're giving a team that you really don't want to.
Power play revolves around Tony DeAngelo. He waits at the point. Zanishin pressured by Marchman. Genovese had no time to make a clearing attempt. 3 Greyhounds were there quickly. Zanishin goes back to the line. DeAngelo. We only saw wrist shots from him in game 4. Doesn't shoot this time, makes a pass to Bailey. Leaks around one man, takes a shot, but that's off the glass and wide, and this could create a shorthanded opportunity. Jake Marchman, he's been out there a while killing the penalty, and elects just to get it deep in the Sault Ste. Marie end. Still been a good ratio for Erie in this postseason. They've allowed 5 power play goals against. They've scored 6 shorthanded goals. So that's something Sault Ste. Marie has to be aware of too.
All the speed they have too. They can jump up the ice very quickly, especially number 97 out there. You know he's always looking to sniff if that puck turns over. You're not going to catch him if he gets a step, that's for sure.
So smart at intercepting passes. DeAngelo makes a good one there, but it's knocked off his stick. Remielli trying to break away, but there's DeAngelo, glides back, ended that rush without any trouble. Hunting gives it to Donnet, and he lightly lofts it out to center ice. Time ticking away on the Greyhounds' power play. Down to 20 seconds to go. Connor Boland's out there now. Ritchie was expecting a hit. Donnet sidestepped that, and that turns into another easy clear for the Otters.
One of the advantages of being 6'7" for Donnet there, just reaches over top of another big man Ritchie and says, I'll take the puck on the other side, and puts it down off the wall.
Just a few seconds left in the power play, and back on the ice is Travis Dermott, and the Otters kill this one off. From Remains 1-1 with just under 5 minutes to go in the first period. Patrick Fellows, he was blocked as he got to the Greyhounds line. Darnell Nurse logging a lot of minutes again. So patient with the puck. Fellows trying to stay right with him. Heads behind his net, wants to try this breakout again. Poland tries the bank play. Genovese, he came up with it. Puck's left for Nick Baptiste. He might want to shoot. Baptiste does shoot, but that's blocked. Why wouldn't you when you have 6 goals in 7 periods?
You got the hot hand like that, shoot from everywhere. Another good block there by Nurse, too. And you talked about the minutes that he plays, and it never seems like he gets tired. He plays hard, tough minutes, but on every chance he can jump up the ice and be a factor as well.
Baptiste moves it down low. DeBrincat's trying to chase after it. Walks past him, and quick puck movement by the Greyhounds. Has them out to center. McCann, Tolchinsky on his right side. Following up was Ganley. He took the shot, and Devin Williams made the save and did not allow a rebound. Otters scored early. Power play goal by the Hounds have tied it. They were looking for more, but Devin Williams denied them on this rush.
The game needs your sweat. Whether you're shadowing the fastest skater on the ice, finishing a check, or taking the final shot. If you want to win, you better leave everything on the ice. Especially your sweat. Because nobody is going to hand you victory. It's earned with every drop. Gatorade helps replace what you sweat out.
For over 35 years, insurance companies and property owners have counted on Winmar to restore life back to normal after times of disaster and insurable events. With over 85 locations across Canada, no project is too big or too small for your local Winmar. From minor home restorations to restoring your property, give your local Winmar a call to see how we can assist. Learn more about Winmar at winmar.ca.
From window shopping to shopping online, no credit card is more accepted than MasterCard. Because turning the everyday into days that change everything is priceless. The only credit card accepted at Costco.
RJ, we talked about Jared McCann having to have a little bit better game in this one as they picked it up last game. The line did, and they got things going. They wanted to carry it forward. He was going to be a real big X factor in this one. He gets his team on the board, ties the game with the power play goal, and then right after, that transitional game is starting to come for the line of Bunting, McCann, Tolchinsky. When they can fly up the ice and they're passing the puck like they are right now out there, very dangerous, hard to handle, and that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to get the matchup. Sheldon Keefe's going to put them out there in situations that he wants them on the ice. They need to take advantage of
it. Here they are. Jared McCann moves it to Bunting. He looks at McCann. Wasn't open, so took a shot. That's off the stick of Radish. Went harmlessly over the net. DeBrincat moves it to his defenseman. Travis Dermott. Here's Radish. Looks up ice. He's being pressured. So back go the Otters to try to break out. This is the McDavid line out there right now. DeBrincat skates past it. McDavid picks it up. He makes a move to the inside. Picks up some speed. Betsy's wide open. Now McDavid goes to the front of the net, but Darnell Nurse, he read that play well. Intercepted it, and here come the Greyhounds the other way. As the track meet started now. Moore's shot. That's off the stick of DeBrincat, who came back defensively and got it out of play.
Well, that's what's impressed me the most is the fact that Connor McDavid, just flies up the ice. They get that opportunity, but immediately when that puck turns over, he's looking up the ice and he's not going to see a whole lot. Good job by him to dish this one off, try and punch through and look for a little redirect, a shot rebound. Try different ways to penetrate through that wall that's standing there at the offensive blue line for him. What a great job by Sault Ste. Marie afterwards to transition quickly. You're starting to see that part of their game really activate.
Dylan Strome wins the defensive zone face-off against Brian Moore. Genovese along the boards. Gertler gets it back to D'Angelo, lofted it in front of the net, didn't get through to the goal. Greyhounds are on it though. Moore, he finds Gertler. D'Angelo, there's a shot. Stopped by Williams. Ritchie tries to spin and shoot. Can't do it. Gets to the line. Kept in. D'Angelo's flying in this one tonight. There's a shot from Ritchie. Sharp angle, but Williams was fleet to get over there in time. Another chance, and Williams holds the glove up, letting everybody know where the puck was.
That was a wise decision. Hold on to that one. Settle things down. You can see them buzzing. Ritchie with another one-timer, a little fumble in the defensive zone. And you get the sense that the Greyhounds are starting to feel like they can take this game over in the offensive zone. Good puck movement, good positioning, nice hard shot, the second one, and then the one-timer by Ritchie. Good presence in front as well. Williams has come up with some real solid saves here to keep this a 1-1 game.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Erie Otters can punch their ticket to the OHL final. They can win the Wayne Gretzky Trophy tonight. Taylor Radish, he had the puck in a good spot, but couldn't pull the trigger. Greyhounds got back. McCann was there defensively. Bolton White will jump into this play. White going wide, Radish with him stride for stride. Now he stomps up and runs into Jake Marchman. Kolchinsky and Bunting, they're trying to pop that puck loose, but it's Remy Ellie who has it for Erie. Ellie had 30 goals in the regular season. He hasn't scored in 11 in the playoffs. He'd like to get going. He's produced some assists, but the goal scoring dried up for him. Bunting, he had that issue too, but he scored in game 4. After he scored that goal, he threw the monkey off his back. He knew he was in a slump. His first and 6. Ellie gets another opportunity. His off wing though. Goes back to Betts. Just as he tried to pull the trigger, the puck rolled off his stick. Dupuis sprints out of his own zone. 3 Otters are back to greet him. Long shot from Bailey. That's handled by Williams. On the rebound is Spears. He gets it over to Bailey. Bailey takes a hit from Genovese. Moves it back to the line. Nolan heads to the middle of the ice. There's a wrist shot, but that's blocked by DeBrincat. Bailey playing the point position right now. He got all of that one. It's just too high. Bolin over to Nurse. Darnell Nurse, final 45 seconds of the period. He was controlling along the blue line. McDavid's out there. McDavid got the puck. DeBrincat clears just outside the line. Bolin holds. Moves it back. Here's McDavid. Darnell Nurse right with him. McDavid might have a stride, but Nurse recovers well and takes McDavid out of the play. Bolin just trying to find some open ice out there. There isn't any. Makes the pass. It's a good one. Moore goes up the middle. Ritchie was there, but it was out of his reach. Nurse, after all that defending, he wants to create some offense. Penalties coming up to Erie. Halverson's on the bench. Otters will touch the puck with 4.7 seconds to go in the period, and penalty problems for Erie in this first period.
A little frustration too. I think Connor McDavid wanted a penalty for a little interference on Nurse on that one-on-one trying to drive wide. And on the back check, I'm not too sure who it was that took the penalty. But a good transitional game once again leads to when you get caught in the offensive zone. Sault Ste. Marie very effective at just transitioning, getting going. And Darnell Nurse again jumps up in the play. You're reaching with sticks instead of moving the feet. It's DeBrincat that's going to go to the box.
Not much time in this period for Sault Ste. Marie to work. They just had a quick convention, the power play unit at the Erie blue line, and Chris Knobloch wants an explanation. I believe it's too many men was the call.
Well, there you go, 6 of them on the ice, and that's exactly what it was. Not the optimal time to get off the ice, and that's what happens. You know, you come back, you're a little bit behind the play, you jump to the bench, and that guy on the bench is thinking, I have to get into this right now. It's an outnumbered rush, too many men, and another power play.
What a chance that was. You wouldn't think with 5 seconds to go there'd be an opportunity, but D'Angelo got it right on goal. A late save by Williams. A minute 55 of power play time will carry over to the second. Nothing decided after the first here in Sault Ste. Marie, Jeff.
Goals by Baptiste and McCann. We are tied up at ones after 20 minutes of play. The too many men on the ice call. Troy and I just going back and forth on this, Todd. We'll get you to maybe to weigh in and decide a victor here. I don't like the call, but you do.
I do. You know what? It takes away a scoring opportunity. You get that extra 15 feet with the guy jumping off the middle of the bench, and I thought it was the right call.
It's a deliberate tactic?
Absolutely. You see it all the time.
This from a coach.
I know. I know.
But I've had 3-on-2 stop.
You can't see it at live speed. It's hard to really tell. They broke it down there, but I don't like it.
All right.
I'm with you, Jeffy.
Okay, good. So there you go, Coach. Stand down. Nick Baptiste goal. Do we give an assist to the rink on that one?
Yeah, they got to get the chisel out and clean that up because, you know, whatever Nick Baptiste is doing, he's got to keep doing it. He obviously has the hot hand and takes advantage of a nice gratuitous bounce here to capitalize and put the Sioux in a real tough position.
Ty, what do you see there?
Yeah, Spears, again, trying to exit the zone through the middle of the ice, and I don't know what this hits. Looks like it should have hit a stick or something, but nice play here by Strome to find it and then find Baptiste with the hot hand instead.
When that happens to you, do you just feel like, it's going to be one of those nights?
It could be. You're going home, and for the Greyhounds, you want nothing more than to start well and put on a show for your fans, and you get a bounce like that, you got to think the hockey gods are against you. And so the rest of that early part of that first period, they weren't real sharp around the net. They had a lot of chances in close, and they weren't strong on their sticks. So you'd want the Greyhounds, who haven't scored a lot of goals, to be a little sharper around the cage, especially early, to try and get the lead. And here, just pucks laying around the crease. You want them to be strong on their sticks there and try to finish, get the lead early on. And here's a chance for McCann. It's a rolling puck. He misses as well, and off the rush as well. Richie misses the net here. Great shot, but wide. So not real sharp around the net. So maybe again, feeling like the bounces weren't going their way. They do get on the power play, though, and D'Angelo makes a slick pass to McCann, and he gets a goal through a screen. So signs of life for the Greyhounds late in that period.
Took them a little bit to warm up, though, in that first period, eh, Troy? I mean, early on, a lot of flybys, done a lot of stops and starts around the nets.
Yeah, it really did, and they're going to have to obviously use that momentum at home to get back on it.
We're all tied up at once. One thing we should mention, when you were here for Game 3, one thing you pointed out in our first intermission was the Sioux Greyhounds like to do everything right up the middle of the ice. So what's the adjustment for Erie?
Well, Erie's made a great adjustment, and we're going to roll some clips here where you can see what we talked about in Game 3, where the Sioux's coming hard through the middle with a lot of speed, and with that skill that they have, it's to their advantage. And what you want to watch is the two forwards, 27 and 29 for Erie. They're up against the wall, which exploits the middle of the ice. Again, Erie's forwards are outside the dots, and if you look at the face-off dots, they're outside, which allows the Sioux to enter. Now you see Erie's got their forwards in the middle of the ice, creates transition, great chance here for them to score again. McDavid's in the middle of the ice here now, creates that turnover. It gets the Sioux out of their comfort zone because they really want to use that middle of the ice. Again, McDavid in the middle creates another turnover for a goal. And even here off the faceoff, rather than chasing after D'Angelo number 7, McDavid comes back through the middle. That creates another turnover and a great chance to score.
Just kind of missed it on that last clip, but McDavid, after the draw, after the Erie Otters lose the draw, he circles back and goes right to the high slot just above the Sioux centerman?
Yeah, he's trying to get above their center, which would be where the defenseman wants to get that puck to. He wants to get the puck to the middle of the ice. If McDavid's above him, then it makes it that much more difficult.
That much greater of a hockey player, what he does when the puck's not on his stick. That is an example right there for Connor McDavid. Nick Baptiste got the hot hand, 5 goals in 2 games. We're tied at 1s after 20.
CHL on Sportsnet. Brought to you by Jack Links. Feed your wild side.
All roads end here. Mayweather-Pacquiao, May 2nd, live on pay-per-view.
If you have to ask how much something weighs, you probably can't handle it. Ram never asks. It just does. Only Ram Heavy Duty can tow 30,000 pounds. That's more than Ford, more than GM. It also has the most torque and the most payload. Ram, Canada's longest lasting line of pickups. Guts, glory, Ram.
At Tim Hortons, our coffee beans are decaffeinated naturally through a chemical-free treatment called Swiss Water Process. Makes you think, why would anyone decaffeinate chemically? Great tasting coffee is in the details.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remember it. It's good. Does it make the short list? You remember that too. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for. Thanks. Bye.
Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
I'm a bit of a puck hog. The fellas don't love my game, so to get back on speaking terms, I buy them the new Wings 2-4 Boston Pizza. It makes up for all the passes I didn't give them.
Looking for a better way to get dirt and grime off outdoor surfaces? Choose the 2-in-1 Ultimate Water Broom. It's a push broom with powerful water jets to clean as you sweep. PVC bristles scrub debris loose, and the water jets wash it away. It's great for eliminating mold and mildew, and the telescopic handle helps with extended reach. For better outdoor cleaning, give surfaces a 1-2 punch with the Ultimate Water Broom. Only at Home Hardware and Building Center locations. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
What goes into a Toyo tire? Technology, using advanced methods. Testing, then retesting to make sure they're just right. Trust, so you're confident you have a tire that does what you need it to do, no matter what the conditions. Technology, testing, trust. Toyo Tires, driven to perform.
The Stanley Cup playoffs tonight on Sportsnet. The Find-A-Way Flames have found their way into round 2, beating Vancouver. It was not supposed to be.
Frenzy in the sea of red.
Now they face Anaheim. Bruised but not battered from the Black and Blue series against Winnipeg.
Absolutely crushed.
The Stanley Cup playoffs, round 2. Flames, Ducks, game 1 tonight on Sportsnet and Rogers NHL Game Center Live.
Play of the first period brought to you by Stag Chili and the Saves for Success program, where saves made will result in contributions up to $30,000 to minor hockey teams. Visit stagchili.ca for details. Todd Warner.
Here it is, Blake Spears. I don't know anybody that wants ice in their chili, but there's a big chunk out there right now, and Strome finds Baptiste. The finisher's got his 5th goal in 4 periods. Nick Baptiste. Stag Chili, play of the period.
10th goal of the season. He's saying, come on, boys, the chili's on me. We're all tied up at 1. There's the other goal scorer from the first period. Jared McCann, Vancouver first rounder. His 5th were knotted at 1s.
Sportsnet and Hockey Night in Canada, home of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Visit sportsnet.ca for matchups, channel listings, and start times. Find your game on Sportsnet.
Tim Hortons Dark Roast Coffee, a brand new blend of Arabica beans roasted with care and brewed for a rich, full flavor and smooth finish. With over 85 million cups served, we seem to be onto something. Try it today.
The RE/MAX Home Team Contest offers you the chance to win over $22,000 in prizes, with a grand prize package including an Arctic Spas hot tub. Enter often for weekly prizes. To enter, go to WHL.ca, click on the RE/MAX Home Team Contest button.
21 world titles are going to Camden, Ohio. Sean Miner!
Sean Miner, oh man, cowboy, icon, legend. He's a guy that I love being around just because he loves this sport for what it is. And rodeo today is America's original extreme sport. It's not a matter of if you get hurt. It's a matter of when and how bad.
I had a bull buck me off, step on my rib cage, broke my sternum in half, broke my ankle, spiral fractured, broke a vertebrae in my neck, broke like 9 or 10 bones in my foot, tore my bicep in half.
Broke collarbone, I got a rib sticking out of my chest. Knee injuries, broken arms.
Cracked my tailbone.
Well, you name it, I think we've seen it.
When our guys don't play, they don't get paid. They ride with bumps and bruises and broken bones, and these are the toughest athletes on earth.
You know, it ain't something that we just do because it's cool. It's who we are. It's the real deal. There's nothing easy about this sport. But it's what we do, and we love it.
When I'm done riding bucking horses, my day job begins. Running a ranch is just as painful as rodeo. I've seen every kind of different injury there is. Tommy Copper's compression helps enhance muscle and joint mobility. It's easy to put on, and it soothes my aches and pains. As soon as I put on my Tommy Copper, I can feel the difference.
A
guy of his age shouldn't be riding bucking horses at the level that he's at now. The last year, he has really shined.
For him to come in here and easily walk away as the IFR 44 champion in the bareback riding, it's got to be something.
I know I'm doing right by my body when I wear Tommy Copper.
You got to go to TommyCopper.com to get it.
Sportsnet.ca takes you deeper inside the National Hockey League, because all you really want is the whole story. Rise to relive spectacular moments, plus get ahead with a unique perspective from the insiders. Throughout the day, follow for TV listings and match previews. Then when the puck drops, don't just watch the game, be a part of it. Headlines, stats, trends, and exclusive analysis. Only one website has hockey covered 24/7. Sportsnet.ca.
Time now for Road Warriors, brought to you by Cooper Tires. Cooper builds tires for the way real drivers really drive. Life's a road trip. Come on, let's go. Connor McDavid, his stats at the SR Center in Sault Ste. Marie, both regular season and playoffs. Regular season, a pair of playoffs. 7. How about the points per game? 1 point a game during the regular season. He has more than doubled that in the playoffs. This just handed to me. Connor McDavid, a very good hockey player in the OHL, not long for this league. Meanwhile, as they say in the movies, about last night, Valdor and Rimouski, the Oceanic, up 3-0, looking to close out and sweep the forward. They did. Tyler Boland with a goal. Anthony Chapados with 1 of 2 he had on the night. Louis-Philippe Guindon with the shutout. So Rimouski sweeps Valdor. They are through. And also the Quebec Ramparts, they swept Moncton, so they are through, and that sets up your President's Cup final. It is Rimouski and Quebec, both teams automatically into the MasterCard Memorial Cup later on next month. Meanwhile, here's what's happening around the CHL OHL East. The series between North Bay and Oshawa tied. Big win last night for the Schwab. Brandon and Calgary, look what the Wheaties are doing to the Hitmen, up 3-1. Poland and Kelowna one more time, because we like it every season. This series is tied up at 2s. May 21st, MasterCard Memorial Cup from Quebec City. Back to the President's Cup issue. And so there's Rimouski and there's Quebec. Both automatically qualify. One is host, the other making it into the finals. For Rimouski is through already. Some would say Troy Smith, although you were there in 2008 with the Rangers and the Belleville Bulls. Some might say, what is there really to play for? They're both going to the Memorial Cup.
There's still a lot of pride. I think everybody takes pride in winning their league, and they want to play hard, but I would also caution to say that both coaches probably want this series to end as soon as possible. We went 7 with Belleville. Could have had it done in 4 in those last 3 games. We lost Yannick Weber, who's now with Vancouver, and Robert Bortuzzo to injury, which really banged us up going into the Cup.
You're a player. What's your motivation going into these? They're going to play hard.
I hope they do. For me, if I'm a coach, though, and there's any players that are nicked up in any way at all, I'm going to rest them during this stretch, and they're going to get to the tournament. For me, the ultimate prize is the Memorial Cup, and I know that they'll battle to win the league championship, but ultimately you have to be healthy to win the Memorial Cup, and so we'll see the intensity of the series.
All teams love their league championships, whether it's the Ed Chenoweth, whether it's J. Ross Robertson, whether it's the Presidents. Teams love winning that. Don't forget, single ticket sales for the MasterCard Memorial Cup go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. Visit MasterCardMemorialCup.com for more details. We hope to see you there. In the meantime, standing tall, Devin Williams. Need a big second period out of him if you're the Otters. We're tied at 1s.
Daniel?
Oh, Nana, another cat video?
No. I'm using AutoTrader to compare this fully loaded 4x4 and a killer matte black V8.
On purpose?
The 4x4 has a tech package and a warranty. But the matte black is just so tight. Plus, the price is right compared to other listings. I'm going with matte black.
Okay.
Anyone can buy and sell like a pro with AutoTrader.ca.
Juicy fruit.
Yeah, I'll take a beat.
Juicy fruit. So sweet you can't help but chew.
To provide effective protection for your backfield, you have to be tough. And to protect your backyard's wooden deck, shed, fence, and furniture, there's nothing tougher than long-lasting Wood Shield Best Stain. Beauty Tone Wood Shield Best Stain can stand up to anything our climate can throw at it. Made in Canada, easy to apply, Wood Shield Best Stain gives you all the protection you need. Wood Shield Best, only at Home Hardware and Building Center locations. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
At Tim Hortons, our coffee beans are decaffeinated naturally through a chemical-free treatment called Swiss water process. Makes you think, why would anyone decaffeinate chemically? Great tasting coffee is in the details.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Hey, dude!
Cannonball!
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
What goes into a Toyo tire? Technology, using advanced methods. Testing, then retesting to make sure they're just right. Trust, so you're confident you have a tire that does what you need it to do, no matter what the conditions. Technology, testing, trust. Toyo Tires, driven to perform.
All kinds of playoff hockey right now. Second round, Western Conference. Game 1 between the Wild and Blackhawks. 9:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Pacific on Sportsnet and Rogers Game Center Live. This is Game 5 of the Western Conference Final here in Sault Ste. Marie. Let's go to the Erie bench. Here's Rob.
With Darren Radich, who has been a blocking machine for the Otters in this one. A little different tempo, I'd sense, in Game 5 than the first 4.
Yeah, not a lot of shots, just getting pucks deep and just trying to work those corners.
Now, your blocking skills have gone up and up as the season has gone and into the postseason. In fact, Sam Cosentino nicknamed you Kevlar Man. You've just worked on that skill set, haven't you?
Yeah, we have those orange pucks in practice, and Jay gets us lined up in the D zone, and we have to block them in practice.
What the coach said to you during the first intermission?
Just keep going, stick to the game plan, and we'll get it done.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Darren Radich, he wants to get it done. First, they've got to kill a penalty with the call of the second period. Here's R.J. Broadhead and Louis DeBrusque.
Could be a big moment in this game. Alex DeBrincat in the penalty box. A too many men call late in the first period. 3 penalties called on Erie in the opening period. The Otters did not have a power play themselves. And this is almost a full power play. Minute 55 to kick things off in the second period. We saw that Greyhounds power play at its best early in the first when Jared McCann scored, and then the Otters power play killed off the next one. So 1 for 2. A big kill for the Otters, a big chance for the Greyhounds to take a lead. Tony DeAngelo, he had an assist on the McCann goal. He goes behind the net just to pick up a little speed, gets to center. Left wing side, he was hoping to get it to Nick Ritchie. Ritchie's working hard to get up with his puck. Bailey in the corner. Skates out of that spot. Back to the line, gets it on the stick of Darnell Nurse. Right back to Nick Ritchie. Nobody in front of the net for the Greyhounds. Nurse throws it over to Bailey, fans on his chance. Radich goes over to get to it. Puts it off his own man, Nick Baptiste. Puck doesn't get out. Michael Bunting over to Ritchie. Everybody heading to the front of the net. Now Nurse goes back to the line for Sault Ste. Marie. Controls at the blue line. Moves it to DeAngelo. He's stationed in front. Bunting's low shot. That just missed.
That was a good look.
Ritchie stick handles at the blue line. Ice opened up for him. Couple of strides in for Bunting. Couple of cracks at it. But the short side was blocked well by Devin Williams. Bunting along the boards. Over to Bailey. Back to the line. Ritchie can't keep it in, and Nick Baptiste will get a much-needed change. But the other 3 penalty killers don't get a change. The fresh legs, Connor McDavid. Nurse sneaks around him, then past Dermott. Goes to the corner, bumps with Radich. Still looking for that puck. It comes loose for Blake Spears. Marchment's down there. Chance to clear, but that's off his stick. It'll stay in for a moment. Now Marchment's found an extra gear, even though he's been out there a while. McDavid is following up. A short-handed chance does not come to fruition. One last rush here for the Greyhounds on this power play. DeAngelo leads things for Sault Ste. Marie. Gives it to Kolchinski. Stick handles as he gets inside the Otters line. Wants to send it in deep. Got it to Blake Spears, but he's got Genovese all over him. Kolchinski right back to Sinishin. The stick of Halverson warning his teammates. Back on the ice is DeBrincat. Otters are back to full strength. They've killed the penalty off. They're still hemmed in, though. Weak shot from Spears. That's handled by Williams. Sean 8 using that 6'7" frame to get away from Kolchinski, but couldn't clear. Remielli realized his defenseman was in trouble. He's come back to help out. Now he's tripped.
Ooh.
No call coming. Sault Ste. Marie, meanwhile, keeps it in. McCann, oh, he lifted it too high. He had a lot of time. Girdler has to stop, gives it to Tolchinski. Remielli trying to contain Tolchinski. They go to the ice, and it's Remielli who's going to get a penalty. Bolin to McCann, back to Bolin. Halverson's going to the bench. McCann has it at the line. The extra attacker's out there. Delayed penalty, and Erie is tired. Bolin can't shoot. He'll move it to Ganley. Off the bench, Nick Ritchie takes a shot, and the Brinkett stick went further than the puck. Chance for Bolin. He missed, and this will go all the way into the Sault Ste. Marie end. They have to be careful. Their net's
the
empty.
oxygen tanks out.
A change for Erie. Still a delayed penalty situation. Bunting made a pass to Bailey. He's accelerating into the Erie zone, trying to get to the net. Oh, a couple of chances there. The arm's getting tired for the referee. Erie can't touch the puck. Bailey, top of the circle. There's another chance. It's blocked. Nurse moves it to Ritchie. He might shoot. No, he makes a pass. And there's a good stick from Dylan Strome to finally get a touch on the puck and knock it out of play.
A lot of time with the extra men, some tired players on the ice, and that's what really wears you down. Great job with the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds just to keep the pressure on after a great chance in the slot. Just puts it up. McCann does a little bit high. I think it got maybe redirected en route. Here's the penalty here as they battle down low. And both go down, and you know, we both kind of looked at each other when he called that after a couple missed one here. There's been some opportunities to give Erie a power play. No calls. That one's called. And another power play for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds.
Fourth of the game. Erie hasn't had a power play yet.
Just saying.
It's a fact. That's what's happened so far, and Sault Ste. Marie has their lone goal on the power play. 1 for 3 in this contest. Kept in by D'Angelo. Nurse has room to walk in, but just as he was about to shoot, Baptiste got there in the nick of time. Just like his first name. Ritchie's shot. That's handled by Devin Williams. Darnell Nurse, he's down there trying to create some offense. Got it to Spears, looks in front. Bunting has it go under his stick, and Baptiste gets it clear, fires it down the ice. That'll get 3 penalty killers changed, including the 2 defensemen. Marchment stays out now. He sees an opportunity, so fresh killers for the Erie Otters. No! Slowly into the Erie zone come the Greyhounds. Sinisha. He's blocked from the puck by Donne. Genovese wraps it around. D'Angelo knew that was coming. McCann gives it to D'Angelo. He stations himself on that left wing side during the power play. They pass down low to the other defenseman, Darnell Nurse, who's in front of the net.
Half wall, front of the net.
Why not? Nurse goes cross ice. There's D'Angelo. Quick pass in front. That opens Sinishin up, but pass just missed him. Nurse with a shot. That got through to Williams. Puck loose. Erie gets to it and clears.
Had a great puck movement by the Greyhounds. Just finding ways to get seams, get pucks to the net. Tough saves for Williams in tight.
This power play dwindling. There's one from McCann. That's stopped by Williams. Over is D'Angelo. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Sinisha to D'Angelo. He's not being pressured, so he'll have time to make a play. Got it to Bailey. His pass got in front of the net, but nobody there in red. McCann deeks around one man, trying to get to the front of the net. Donne with that long stick knocks it away. Ellie's out of the penalty box, and he wanted a chance, but it is icing. And in the OHL, you can change on icing, so this won't be any trouble for Erie.
I'm surprised Ellie gave up on that one there. I thought he could have got to that one first out of the box for sure, but again, another real strong penalty kill with some big saves from the goaltender, who has to be your best penalty killer after some real good movement by the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, and you get the feeling McCann is all over it tonight. Right from the get-go, he's finding ways to get pucks to the net, and he's dangerous every time he's in the offensive zone.
Another big shot discrepancy here in Game 5. 20-9 in favor of the Greyhounds, but the score is tied. And the referee having a little chat as Gertler and now DeBrincat comes in to relieve Strome from this face-off. And Gertler wants to direct things. Linesman doesn't like that. It'll be a winger face-off. DeBrincat with a clean win against Dupuis. That comes to the line, kept in by the Greyhounds. A lot of action in this Erie zone in the second period. Erie's been shorthanded for most of it. DeBrincat is checked. Gertler gets it up ahead. Dupuis pokes it to Moore. Dermott's lost his stick. Moore passes in front. Radish helping out. Got a stick on it, and here come the Otters the other way. That gives Dermott time to retrieve his stick. Dupuis all by himself. Delays until the reinforcements come. Made a pass to Gertler. He couldn't handle it, and the Greyhounds are offside. Greyhounds have had opportunities with the power play. They scored in the first. They failed on their next three. We're tied at 1.
To create a most flavorful sandwich, we begin with our signature bread. Extra lean, grilled and seasoned chicken strips with no preservatives. Add your favorite cheese, your choice of fresh veggies, creamy avocado, and enough flavors to make it your own. Made right in front of you. Tastes unite in a fresh toasted sandwich like no other. Try any of Subway's sandwiches made with grilled and seasoned chicken strips and find out why they're a cut above the rest. Subway. Eat fresh.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
You remember that too. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
Thanks. Bye.
Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
Your buddy Ron once said he could install your ceiling fan. He couldn't. And that one time Ron said another plate of poutine was a good idea? Yeah, it wasn't. So when Ron said you'd never afford a John Deere tractor, you knew better. Now, Ron does too. Introducing the E-Series, legendary John Deere quality, unexpected low price. See your John Deere dealer for great Deere season savings on the E-Series family of tractors.
With Chris Knobloch of the Erie Otters, are you noticing a definite sense of urgency in the Sioux game tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing with a lot of urgency. They're playing a lot of speed, and we've been kind of sitting on our heels a little bit, and a little bit of that has to do with the penalties that we've taken, but we need a little more pushback.
You know, you talk about possession. The Sioux's been trying to possess the puck as much as possible. How do you break them of that?
Well, we have to spend time in the offensive zone, and anytime they're protecting our D zone, and when we do get it, we have to change, and it's just a cycle thing. So we just need a little more time in their zone. Sorry,
Coach. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
He also mentioned he was very complimentary. The guy said good kill, and right now they're looking to try to get another one on the board.
Well, they've got the right guy out there if they want to get one on the board. It's Connor McDavid and Chris Knobloch doing some shuffling with his lines after killing all those penalties, right, Lou?
And that's the circumstances when you have your players killing penalties in succession. You fatigue people, and you have to start changing things up. And you saw Strome go out there in McDavid's place last shift. McDavid's playing a little wing here. He's going to have to shuffle things up to get guys back into the mix and try and find a little bit of a spark.
Dermott heads back. He's got Gertler on his back. Jake Marchment on the wing. Moore took it from him. Puck on Gertler's stick for a moment. Getting back was Marchment. Another penalty.
This is going to Sault Ste. Marie, I think. High stick.
They had the puck for a while before the whistle finally went. But you're right. They're checking Travis Dermott. He's checking his face. And the Sault Ste. Marie door is open.
Just a puck battle here in the defensive zone, and in the feet here you can see the spin around. And eventually the stick will come up and hit Dermott in the face area, up in the face shield mask area, so no blood drawn, 2-minute penalty with the first power play for the Erie Otters. So after killing off penalties in succession, they get their first chance in a 1-1 game. And you heard about Chris Knobloch complimenting the penalty killers for killing that one off. Goaltending has been great, as Devin Williams made some huge saves and kept them in this one, and now they get an opportunity.
This power play has been outstanding. 7 for 14 in the series. Connor McDavid moves it to Strome. In front is DeBrincat. He's not tall, but he stations himself in front of the net. Here's a short-handed chance. It's a 3-on-1 for the Greyhounds. Bailey, his pass in front. Redirected just wide by Spears. Greyhounds still looking for something. Spears pass, That'll come back to Darnell Nurse, and he's composed with the puck. He'll kill off a few more seconds, or he sends it about 6 feet over the net.
Got some heat on it. That was a nice little toe jab there by Spears to get that puck to the net. A real hard cross, and he almost puts it up over top of Williams, but just misses the net.
D'Angelo, he's crunched along the boards, had his progress cut off, but that doesn't stop him. Tries the other side. DeBrincat throws a hard hit down there. Knows that D'Angelo isn't 100%. Baptiste, he's working against Gettinger for that puck. Now McDavid and Nurse. They continue their battle. McDavid tied up by Nurse, and the Greyhounds clear. Travis Dermott wastes no time behind his own goal. He's draft eligible this year as well.
He's logging a lot of minutes too.
Dylan Strome ranked 4th. Connor McDavid, of course, the consensus top pick. Here's Alex DeBrincat. He turned 17 in December, so he's not even eligible till 2060. McDavid has the puck. 30 seconds to go in the power play. McCann stayed right with McDavid. He knew the pass was going to come to him, and he sent it down the ice. Dermott up ahead to McDavid. He'll just touch it. Leaves it there for Dylan Strome. That cross-ice pass doesn't find any Otters. Colton White sends it the length of the ice.
Well, they waited a while to get the first power play. They haven't been able to set up shop. Good defending by the Greyhounds just to be really ultra aggressive on the entries. And they had the best chance short-handed on the power play.
No question about it. Remielli, now it's back to full strength. His low shot, he was envisioning short side. Halverson kicked out the right path. Spears trying to dart past the Erie defenders. Got it all the way behind the net. His centering attempt intercepted by Taylor Radish. Bounces around at the blue line. That's kept in by the Greyhounds. Tyler Ganley, the defenseman, touches it to Bunting. Made a good move. And then he tried to shelf it. Instead, he put it out of play.
Well, that's what it does. It builds confidence. A real solid penalty kill. And they get a great shorthanded opportunity. We're going to take a look at it as Blake Spears driving to the net. So after the turnover, it's that transitional game once again. Speedy forwards, activate, get up. And looks a little toe jam here. And he almost gets that one on the net. Spears does. And then after the penalty kill, they come right back into the offensive zone and do what they've done throughout this game. After getting scored on first, they've been the ones that have been dictating the play. The Sault Ste. Greyhounds.
And off the faceoff, this line's got it going again. Bunting, McCann, quick shot, big save by Williams. Edric Mercier, he's getting a rare shift right now for the Greyhounds. Tight game here in Game 5. It's a must-win for Sault Ste. Marie. They have to win 3 in a row to win this series.
That's a good point, RJ. They're playing like a desperate team, too. They're the ones that have really started to ratchet up their game.
McCann again. Oh, another good move. But just when he tried to pull the trigger, it was poked away from him. Sault Ste. Marie dictating things in the second period. Getting lots of chances. Bunting's pass. That's into a skate. Up at center is Kolchinsky. Trying to get away from Quentin Maximovich. The two Maximovich brothers were out there. They're both off on a change now. Connor McDavid's back for the Otters. Troy Donnet. You know who he's looking for. Tried the bank pass to DeBrincat instead. That didn't connect. McDavid knocked Verbeek at center. Betts' pass. That's too far for DeBrincat, but it won't be icing. Connor Boland. He doesn't like the Connor McDavid's on that side. So goes to a safer left wing side, and that works out well. Sanation. Oh boy, can he skate.
You told me about him. He can fly. He shows a little bit of it there.
McDavid's pretty quick, too. Drops it off for Betts. There's a shot and a save by Halverson. Things are opening up now. Darnell Nurse sprints the other direction.
Oh.
Travis Dermott lost his stick again, but plays the body. Big bounce off the stanchion. That finds Connor McDavid. He saw Nurse closing on him. Nurse finishes his check and knocks McDavid off stride.
A little bump there.
Yeah, Betts on Halverson. David's behind the net. Ganley's not giving him much room to create anything, staying right with him. Remielli, pass in front. That bounced around a couple of times. Ritchie gets it past on A. Baptiste will have to defend, helping out for his defenseman who's caught. Moore drops it to Ritchie. There's a save. Rebound goes off the glass. Moore gets it over to White. Keeps it in at the line. Moore's over there to help out. 10, 20-plus goal scorers in the lineup for the Greyhounds. They have all kinds of depth. top scoring team in the OHL. They've only got one so far in this game. They've spent a lot of this period in the Erie zone. Oh, there's Nick Ritchie using that power forward ability he has. Strome trying to get it out. It does after one bounce. Greyhounds are back in plenty of time. Another shift defending for Erie. Nick Ritchie. He's their playoff leading scorer. He's right on the doorstep as that shot came into Devin Williams. Williams makes that save, gets the whistle. Erie will get a rest as we take a commercial break. And Connor McDavid is not given an inch out there.
Stop! Living with hair loss, that is. Losing your hair is no fun, and no one wants to be bald, but there is hope.
Getting my hair back was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm happy with the way I look now.
I'm very excited about my hair.
I feel beautiful.
I love my hair.
Hair Club offers all proven hair loss solutions backed by our commitment to satisfaction guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied with the solution you choose, Hair Club will apply the purchase price to another proven hair loss solution or transplant more hair at no charge.
That was the best thing I've ever done.
It looks good on me.
Call in the next 5 minutes to get your free brochure at no obligation. It will tell you everything you need to know about your hair loss problem, and it's free if you call now.
I am more pleased than what I had even imagined.
I at least look, I would say, 5 years younger.
I'm 52, and I look better now than I did when I was in my 40s.
I feel great.
And that's not all. The first 100 people who call will also receive $250 off any hair loss solution from Hair Club. Call now.
Time now for CHL Roots Alumni, brought to you by Boston Pizza. Order from over 100 menu items at bostonpizza.com for delivery. We thought we'd take a look at the two coaches, both of them spending time in the Canadian Hockey League. Chris Knobloch plying his trade in the Western Hockey League. Sheldon Keefe with the Ontario Hockey League. Keefe this year's OHL Coach of the Year. And Knobloch did a great job with Kootenay and now doing a great job with Erie. And I believe Louis DeBrusk can tell me what it's like to skate with Chris Knobloch. Because I think, Louis, didn't you strap him on for the U of A when Chris was there?
I did. I actually skated with them, and they were some of the toughest skates I've ever experienced in my life with the U of A Gold Bears. Rob Dahm was the coach back then, and I think some of that rubbed off on Chris Knobloch and the way that he coaches. He said today maybe he didn't think so. He changed the way he does his systems, but you can't not take something from a coach like Rob Dahm in that system for 5 years, and he's had success already early on in his coaching career.
Face-off win for the big line for the Greyhounds. Tolchinski always has the feet moving. Connor Boland takes a shot from the line. I didn't get through. Boland gets it again. Gets it to Tolchinski. Hasn't stopped moving. Here's McCann. He had the whole top of the net, and even he looked skyward afterwards. Missed the net, but Greyhounds still all over it. This line, you talked about it, Louis. It had to be better. It has been better.
They've been awesome.
They've got Erie hemmed in right now. Remielli intercepts a pass and ices it.
And they've been hungry, and that's the difference. And, you know, this is something that Sheldon Keefe talked about, especially with Jared McCann, winning loose puck battles in the corners, beating the guy across from you. They've got the skill set, they have the chemistry, and now they're starting to snap that puck around. He's been in a dangerous situation almost every time he's in the offensive zone. He's had 2 or 3 looks from that exact area there. That one, he's thinking, how did I not put that one away? And you hope for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds' sake that you don't go looking back at that one and say it could have been.
Opportunities. Need to take advantage of them. Connor Boland got the puck to center, and now it's right back in the Erie zone where it's spent a lot of time. Corey Genovese. Bank pass to Kyle Maximovich. Right away, as soon as he got the puck, Moore was on him. Halverson, look at his defensemen. They just spread out. They want him to play it, but Dylan Strome, he knows after Game 5 what's going to happen back there.
Good job by him to get right there and force him to make that play. He picked that off, and he almost had an opportunity with it.
Moore, he takes a shot and rang it off the outside of the post. Strome slows things down for the Otters. Lofts it out to center. Baptiste has it. Baptiste wants to dump it in and chase after it. Halverson's there again. Passes it right in front of his own net. That is a confident goalie playing the puck. It worked. Connor McDavid trying to pick up some speed. Bailey was closing on him quickly. Return feed to McDavid. It'll work out okay. He's coming in. Snapped his shot, but it was wide of the goal. Again, he was working against Darnell Nurse. Puck turned over, winds up on McDavid's step. A little chip, but he couldn't get through 3 Greyhounds defenders.
Good wall again.
Nurse. Drop pass. Dupuis working his way down low. Patrick Murphy tried to check him. Gets back to Ganley. Short pass. That'll get all the way down into the Erie zone, but plenty of time for Dermott. Reverses direction. Murphy up ahead. They were hoping to find McDavid. He was battling with Ganley, and Ganley kept it in. Hayden Verbeek stick handles around one man. Wraps it around. Greyhounds are tired for the most part, so now Dermott still has to reverse the puck back as Verbeek's flying around. He's closing on the Otters when they get an opportunity to clear. He wants to make Murphy hurry. Comes behind the net. Not the conventional way of doing it. That forced Murphy to move, and it worked out okay for Erie. Verbeek's now behind his own net. Greyhounds go cross ice. A good pickup at center by Darnell Nurse, who leads the rush. Oh, that was deflected. A tricky save for Devin Williams, but he stayed with it. Covers up and hangs on. Seen a lot of Devin Williams in this game. And this one off the post by Brian Moore. That close to taking the lead.
Hey, big guy, how'd you like to trade that sandwich for a photo with the Avengers?
Assemble your mighty combo at Subway to get an Avengers collector card and see Marvel's Avengers Age of Ultron in theaters May 1st. Subway, eat fresh.
Aw, man.
Running out of space? We can help. The BMO Smart Fixed Mortgage has a great rate, so you can save thousands and fast forward to being mortgage-free. BMO, we're here to help.
Governments and broadcasters have come together to bring more alerts to more Canadians faster. Introducing Alert Ready. When an alert is broadcast, it's time to act. Learn more at alertready.ca.
Can I help you?
Yeah, we were just looking at this SUV.
Oh, well, here it is. It's a
the 4-speed, 2.5-liter automatic, leather seats, tech package, low mileage, and the price is right compared to other listings in the same condition.
And people
really love this car. Look at these owner reviews.
Wow. Sold.
You're good.
Anyone can buy and sell like a pro with Autotrader.ca.
All roads lead to Quebec City for the MasterCard Memorial Cup. By the way, single game tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. You go to MasterCardMemorialCup.com for ticket information. Everybody wants to be in that Final Four. RJ, Louis?
These two teams have a chance of doing it. Connor McDavid, he's been garnering a lot of attention from the Greyhounds.
Well, he really has. They've done an excellent job of being very physical, yet not taking penalties on Connor McDavid. Every time you see him with the puck coming up the ice, he's shadowed. Darnell Nurse has been excellent staying with him. They're almost a close call with a penalty, but this is the first time we've seen him lash out in frustration with the slash afterward. So they're getting to Connor McDavid, and I got to tell you, he needs some help. There's got to be more white jerseys in that picture along with him when he's battling against 3 or 4 guys.
Marchman toiling to get to center ice just inside the Greyhound zone, but that's as far as Erie gets. Bunting has his pocket picked by Betts. Tried to make a move at center. The red sweaters of the Greyhounds are all over the place. Every time Erie gets the puck, they're right there. Kolchinski finds some open ice. Moves it back to White. Down low is Bunting, but the puck bounced on him. Radish immediately tied Bunting up. Chance to clear. This will get to the line. D'Angelo tried to keep it in. It went off the shin pad of Ellie, and here comes Remy Ellie. Long shot. No problem for Halverson. It's all been long shots for Erie in this period. Scrum along the boards. It pops loose. Jared McCann. He's got Lots of skating room. Tail end of a shift. He'll one-hop that into the Erie end. Try to get there. Pressure Genovese. Troy Donnet. It's Kyle Maximovich with the pass. Ganley takes a look over his shoulder. Moore lands on one chance to clear, but no problem. Got it up to the Erie line. Baptiste. Good pass to Strome. Can he get around Bolin? On the backhand. Puck came back to Maximovich. Ritchie checked him, and here come the Greyhounds. Moore has to circle back. Maximovich was with him stride for stride. Now Ganley. He orchestrated some offense in game 3. Good chance for Gertler. Another chance. Oh, Williams showing he can stop it with both pads. Big screen out there, and he stopped one to the right, then the left. Dylan Strome down to the other end. Tried to take a shot. Puck's in front. Strome's on it. McDavid trying to get there. But Gertler, who had a great opportunity offensively, sensed McDavid was there and came back. Justin Bailey, he's been skating well in this game. Has to stop, and now McDavid has it. He heads the other way. Catching up is Taylor Radish. So McDavid's out there with DeBrincat and Radish. Hard hit by McDavid. White stays down, no penalty. Radish takes a shot. Now that's stopped by Halverson. And he gets the whistle as the crowd lets everybody know what they think of that McDavid hit.
There's a little suspect, you know, that's just a little bit of frustration again from Connor McDavid. Little chip and drive through and just kind of gets a little aggressive. When you're that fast, that aggressive on the puck, he just kind of finishes in an awkward position. He goes frontwards, not too bad. It wasn't that bad, but just because of the speed that he comes into the corner with. And the fans here didn't like it. Obviously, every time Connor McDavid touches the puck, they let him know they don't like the fact that he's on the ice. But when you're that good, you're not going to be liked in too many buildings.
D'Angelo came out on the ice. Looked like he might have been going straight for McDavid. Taylor Radish got in the way, and D'Angelo's been chatting. Face-off win for the Otters. Murphy, though, can't get it past Bailey.
And you know, the first couple of times that we've seen Darnell Nurse give a physical shot to Connor McDavid, and
here he's
coming up here. I thought this was going to Sault Ste. Marie, but no. Didn't like the physical finish and a retaliatory penalty again. And this is that little situation that Sheldon Keefe talked about. When this starts to happen, who's going to come out and the advantage? And tonight, it's been the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. They've been the more disciplined team. They've been more timely with the way they played physical. And again, they draw another penalty here with a big, hard physical check.
Wow.
And a retaliatory slash. And it's Murphy that's going to head to the box.
Fifth power play of the game for the Greyhounds. Ritchie's got a great shot. Didn't get all of that one. Second period has just over 2 minutes to go in it. This is a late power play for the Greyhounds. Wouldn't they love to take a lead into the third? Darnell Nurse passes over to Nick Ritchie. A couple of first-round picks, top 10 picks. Bunting working hard along the boards against Marchment. Over to help out is Dermott. Puck comes loose, but not very far. Spears sends it back to Darnell Nurse. Long shot. Bounced around, cleared just off the top of the glass, and now down the ice by Dermott. Long change in the second period, but that puck was plenty deep enough to get a change of all four penalty killers. And you'll hear the crowd booing right now. That's because Connor McDavid stepped on the ice. Bailey got as far as the Erie blue line, but he's staying on this puck. Along the boards, Donne's okay if it stays there. McDavid looking for a short-handed chance. Puck comes loose. He has it. McCann knocks McDavid down. Darnell Nurse smoothly through center ice. Here's McCann on offense now. D'Angelo in front of the net. Clinician came in, missed the net with his chance. Corey Genovese. High clearing attempt, just got over the jump of McCann. Down to Halverson, who's putting on a goalie stick handling clinic back there. Crowd wants something to happen here. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Only 45 in the period. Good speed by Tolchinsky. Into the corner, Tolchinsky chasing after it. Radish beats him, sends it down the ice. Halverson's out to play it. Over to D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo. Head to Ritchie. He takes a shot. That's wide of the goal. Back on the ice is Murphy. Otters have killed off another one. Sault Ste. Marie 1 for 5 on the power play in the game.
maybe their best penalty kill of the game as well. It was efficient, they were aggressive, and they put the puck down the ice 200 feet every time. Didn't make mistakes. They give Sault Ste. Marie the momentum.
Didn't allow a shot. They've had lots of time to practice the penalty kill.
Yes.
Only a few seconds here. Strome will have to shoot it. And he took his time, and the buzzer went. That shot would not have counted. Sault Ste. Marie had opportunities to take the lead. Lots of power play chances. 3 of them in that period, but it's still 1-1, Jeff.
Yes, indeed, RJ, and this game is very much getting spicy, let's just say, alongside Todd Warner and Troy Smith. For the first time in I don't know how long, guys, are we starting to see a, dare I say, frustrated Connor McDavid, Troy?
I think we are, and it goes to his competitive nature. He wants to be a part of the game. Obviously, the Sioux's been dominating, and I think players like Connor, when they don't get the puck a lot, they do get frustrated. You see it here. The Sioux does a great job, eliminating his space through the middle of the ice, and it tends to wear on players like this. And obviously, Darnell's done a great job of covering him as well. Maybe could have been a call right there. And then you see the emotions start to come out. He starts to battle back a little bit of a questionable hit right there. And then below the goal line starts to use the stick a little bit as well.
But, it's not just Darnell Nurse and Ganley. It's a lot of players out there for the Sault Greyhounds. I mean, everybody is, and rightfully so, pretty smart too, circling 97 on the game sheet.
You have to, and RJ alluded to the fact that Tony DeAngelo was looking for him to chirp at him a little bit and maybe get him off his game. And hey, he's the best player in junior hockey. He's been through this before, and I'm sure he'll refocus here and get back at it.
This game's still tied at 1 through 40 minutes of play, mainly because of Devin Williams, true or false, Todd Warner.
Yes, the more we see of him, the better he gets. He seems to be returning to the form we've accustomed to see him last year, and in that period, it's a combination of Williams' stellar play, but also some missed opportunities by the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. And the shots in that period heavily lopsided. We've seen this from the Erie Otters before. They get hemmed in and they find a way to turn the puck up the ice and get a goal going the other direction. But Williams was sharp. He's deep in the net. Pucks are hitting him. He seems much more confident than when we saw him earlier in the season. And then combine that with the fact that the Greyhound forwards have missed some point-blank opportunities, missing the net. And if I'm Chris Knobloch, I throw that period out. We're 1 shot away from winning a series.
Let's pick up on that conversation, because as much as we're seeing that Devin Williams, who last year in the playoffs took the starting job from Oscar Dansk, who's a starting, well, not a starting, but he's a Columbus Blue Jackets net-minding prospect, now we're starting to see the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds really missing the net in significant opportunities. It happened early in this game, and it happened often in the second period.
And the longer they continue to miss these great opportunities, the tighter they're going to be squeezing their sticks. The pressure's all on the Greyhounds to finish these off. These are great point-blank opportunities. Missing that. Nick Ritchie's done 2 or 3 times tonight. Had off the rush, great opportunities to score, and he's missed the net. McCann, proven goal scorer, right in close, has the whole top of the net. He misses wide right considerably. So that's stuff that's going to add up. Again, if I'm Chris Knobloch, throw that period out. We spent the whole period killing penalties. Inspire your team to get ready to play this period. They need 1 shot to win a hockey game and win a series. That's motivation for me.
Follow up on that, Troy. With your coaching hat on, and the fact that in the 100 years plus that this game has been played, the net has never moved. If you're Sheldon Keefe, what are you saying to your team, if anything, about missing nets?
You just want to bear down. I don't think you want to be too negative. They're creating a lot of opportunities, and I think that's the most important thing. Obviously, there's a little bit more desperation. It just comes down to bearing down on your opportunities and capitalizing on them.
Who does a game like this favor, guys? I mean, you played as well at junior hockey, Troy. You coached junior hockey. Who does a game like this favor right now?
I got to think Erie. For me, they've been hemmed in. We've seen this in parts of the series throughout, where they get spend that kind of time in their own end, and then they find a way to get a break, get a transition chance, and they score a goal. So I think it's pressure on Trevor Halverson a little bit, pressure on the Sault Greyhounds to find a goal and stay in this series.
Without a doubt, Erie. When they look down, down their bench or around the dressing room, they have the best player in the game that they can lean on, and that's Connor McDavid. And anytime you have the best player in junior hockey on your team, and you're heading in tied, you got to like your chances.
1 shot away, as they say. 1 shot could end it all. Could end the season for the Sault Greyhounds, or extend this one to a Game 6. 20 more minutes minimum still to come in our game. Michael Bunting, working up a lather through 40 minutes. You can change your shirt too, young man. 20 more minutes minimum still to come in our game. Michael Bunting, working up a lather through 40 minutes. You can change your shirt too, young man. 20 more minutes minimum still to come in our game. Michael Bunting, working up a lather through 40 minutes. You can change your shirt too, young man.
Sportsnet Central has comprehensive post-game coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs, plus the latest on the Blue Jays and NBA playoffs. Sportsnet Central every night.
Tim Hortons Dark Roast Coffee. A brand new blend of Arabica beans roasted with care and brewed for a rich, full flavor and smooth finish. With over 85 million cups served, we seem to be onto something. Try it today.
You decided to downsize your home. Then I said the contract should include an inspection, which revealed you weren't alone. Let a RE/MAX agent guide you. RE/MAX, dream with your eyes open.
Before you get in, get going, get gone. You need to get a tire that gets you. A tire like Cooper's revolutionary new CS5 with premium touring innovations for the way real drivers really drive. That's real-life performance. Because life's a road trip. Come on, let's go.
So what about that stock? Sure thing, right?
Actually knowing the kind of risk that you're comfortable with. I'd steer clear.
Really?
Really.
Straight talk.
Now, based on your strategy, I do have some other thoughts.
It's a big deal. And it's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
Time and harsh weather take a toll on decks, fences, and patios. Turn back the years quickly and easily with Activox Outdoor Deck and Patio Cleaner. Activox unleashes the power of oxygen to help remove stains, dirt, mold, mildew, and more. Just activate, spray, brush, and rinse. Activox is non-toxic and 100% biodegradable. Use oxygen to breathe new life into your deck with Activox. Only at Home Hardware and Building Center locations. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
You've always played alone, played in key, you played strings, and played the hero, and sold your stuff on Kijiji so you could move up a level. Today you play offline, online, and inline. You play hardball, and sometimes you even play for broke. As life leads you from one thing to another, Kijiji is the easy way to buy and sell great stuff in your community. Kijiji, Canada's largest classified site.
The Stanley Cup playoffs continue tomorrow on CBC. The next step of the ascent. With each victory in every round, another experience in survival. 5 regular season games, 5 wins for Tampa. But the next 4 wins are all that matter to Montreal. Lightning Canadiens Game 1 tomorrow on CBC and Rogers NHL Game Center Live.
Blue Jays up on the Indians as we speak right now. Top of the 6th, 5-1. You can watch Game 2 of this series tomorrow, starting at 6:30 Eastern, 7 o'clock on CBC. We have the Bolts and the Habs. Game 1, Stamkos versus Price. The underdog Wild face off against the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm going to stop calling them underdogs, considering how well they're playing. You can watch all the hockey action on Rogers NHL Game Center Live. Time now for the play of the second period, brought to you by Stag Chili Saves for Success program, where saves made will result in contributions up to $30,000 to minor hockey teams. Go to stagchili.ca for details. What do you have, Todd?
The busiest of Otters that period, Devin Williams, is a right ladle save. There's a left ladle. Devin Williams, 26th and 27th saves of the game. Your Stag Chili play of the period.
Busy Otter protecting his den. We are deadlocked at ones after 40 minutes of play. 27 saves for Devin Williams. There's the star from Game 4. Nicholas Baptiste. Can he be a star in Game 5? Stay tuned.
All roads end here. Mayweather-Pacquiao, May 2nd, live on pay-per-view.
Arctic Spas, engineered for your family.
The game needs your sweat. Whether you're shadowing the fastest skater on the ice, finishing a check, or taking the final shot. If you want to win, you better leave everything on the ice. especially your sweat. Because nobody is going to hand you victory. It's earned with every drop. Gatorade helps replace what you sweat out.
So what about that stock? Sure thing, right?
Actually knowing the kind of risk that you're comfortable with.
I'd steer clear.
Really?
Really.
Straight talk.
Now, based on your strategy, I do have some other thoughts.
It's a big deal. And it's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
From window shopping to shopping online, no credit card is more accepted than MasterCard. Because turning the everyday into days that change everything is priceless. Proudly accepted at Walmart.
Your buddy Ron is always full of advice. Usually bad. So when Ron said you'd never afford a John Deere tractor, you knew better. The E-Series. Legendary John Deere quality. Unexpected low price.
Arctic Spas, engineered for your family.
The Stanley Cup playoffs continue tomorrow on CBC. Tampa Bay survived Detroit in 7 games. Now they face Montreal in round 2. Lightning Canadiens Game 1 tomorrow on CBC and Rogers NHL Game Center Live. Find your game at sportsnet.ca/schedule.
NHL action going on as we speak. Game 1, Caps Rangers. The Caps and the Rangers meeting in the playoffs for the 5th time in the last 7 seasons. This one should be good. Pick it up in the first. Rangers on the attack. Chris Kreider, happy 24th. Chris setting up JT Miller with the redirect. Goes off the outside of the post. The game remains scoreless. Other end, the Washington Capitals 3-on-2. Marcus Johansson drops for former Saskatoon Blade Mike Green's one-timer. Henrik Lundqvist flashes the leather right there. Later in the period, Caps will go on the power play. Alexander Ovechkin over the blue line. Right there he goes, top corner. Whoa. How do you stop that? Whoa, what a shot. Caps up 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. What a shot that was. Okay, minimum 20 minutes to come in this game. You play Sioux, you play Kitchener, or you play Erie. What do you have to do?
I think for the Sioux, it's just trust. You're the best team in the league all year. Trust what you do best, get at it, and make sure you hit the net.
Erie?
If I'm Erie, reset button after what was a bad second period. Recognize the opportunity that you have ahead of you here. Win a period, you're in the OHL championship.
And if I'm reading between the lines on that, what Todd is trying to say is get the puck to number 97 as early and often as possible. Dylan Strome set. Hope you are as well. 20 more minutes coming minimum. Otters, Hounds, Game 5.
Sportsnet and Hockey Night in Canada, home of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Visit sportsnet.ca for matchups, channel listings, and start times. Find your game on Sportsnet.
Tim Hortons Dark Roast Coffee. A brand new blend of Arabica beans roasted with care and brewed for a rich, full flavor and smooth finish. With over 85 million cups served, we seem to be onto something. Try it today.
There's something that helps a 21-time rodeo champion stay at the top of his game. A world-class triathlete returned to the podium triumphantly. A pioneer in mixed martial arts capture her first world championship belt. A high school girls softball team repeat as best in state. and the fastest American win against those half his age. This apparel is unique because Copper's Energy fabric provides UV and odor protection, while our compression brings soreness relief and muscle recovery to the places that need it.
This isn't about winning races or getting on the podium.
I've been doing a 6-week camp, 6 days a week, about 5 to 8 hours a day.
Winning is always the goal.
The closer your team is, the more successful they're going to be.
I have to train to be better every day. Tuesday Justin is better than Monday Justin. Wednesday Justin is better than Tuesday Justin.
Tommy Copper's original energy wear, designed to harness the inner power of our body to recover naturally.
I'm not going to be one of them guys that needed to hang it up 10 years ago.
Every little positive increment you can get to make your body feel better counts.
Because of my sport, because it's so brutal, I wear compression all the time.
Most of our players want to look like a baseball player, like the big leagues. That's what you're looking for.
Consistency is the key. That's how you stay on top. That's how you become a champion. That's how you put your name in the record books.
Those who wear it call it revolutionary. We call it the next evolution in performance apparel.
I'll never go a day without it.
I wear Tommy Copper to help rejuvenate my body after a competition.
I wake up and I'm on this. I go to sleep and I'm taking them off.
When you can get something that helps you and then you can get the look, that's a win-win situation.
On Tommy Copper's my arm. Feels like it's a part of you. It stays with you. It's feeling like a gladiator. And that's what I feel like. I got to go out there and compete.
And the full collection can be found at TommyCopper.com.
Travel-On is where fanatics stay. Where heroes stay. Where trash talkers stay. Where zebras stay. Get in the box. And where hockey stays. We salute those who live hockey. Make a great save at wherehockeystays.com.
The Stanley Cup playoffs tomorrow on Sportsnet. Chicago's path to the Cup is about to get wild. Wild Blackhawks Game 1 tomorrow on Sportsnet and Rogers NHL Game Center Live. Find your game at sportsnet.ca/schedule.
You know what you can do every night? You can watch Hockey Central Stanley Cup Playoff Edition. It's on Sportsnet, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Go deeper inside Stanley Cup playoffs with hockey's best roster of experts. Hockey Central every night, 6:30 on Sportsnet. Before we start the third, here's Rob Falls.
With Anthony D'Angelo, and you guys spent an inordinate amount of time in the Erie zone. You guys have done the work, and you're really forcing the issue.
Yeah, that's the way we want to play. We talked about it before the game. The more we're in the offense zone, obviously the less chances they're going to have. So we need another 20 minutes like that there.
You're huge lead in shots. You're starting to get a little frustrated. Nothing's going behind.
No, we just got to keep with it. I mean, we've had our chances to score, and if we keep going the same thing here, we're going to get one.
Thanks very much.
Yep, thanks a lot.
He's going to be a big part of any success for the Sioux Greyhounds. Anthony D'Angelo with the third period. R.J. Broadhead and Louis DeBrusque.
All right, Rob, a period to decide this one. Who has more pressure right now?
20 minutes. Well, you know, you got to look at the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds as a team right now that they're feeling good about their game. As they continue, you just saw it right there from D'Angelo, continue doing what we're doing, get that next one, win this game. But the Erie Otters are the ones that, you know, for them, they've got to make it happen here in this final 20. This Sault Ste. Marie team is really starting to turn it up a notch.
They give them an opportunity, give them a little life. Sault Ste. Marie is the kind of team that can put 3 wins in a row together pretty quickly.
You know, this is how we got here. It started off early for Erie as they went a nice little steal by Strome, gets it right over to Baptiste. He buries it. He's red hot right now, 1-0. And then it's McCann on the power play with the one-timer, 1-1. That's how it stood. A heavily outshot team Erie has been, as Sault Ste. Marie has dictated the play since that point in time. But they're hanging around.
Michael Bunting leads Greyhounds. Aaron Radish was caught on that play off the faceoff. He had made an offensive rush. Hetz was back. Nothing materialized for Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh God, he hit a rut.
Greyhounds won 9 straight to start the playoffs, including game 1 of this series. And then the Otters found their groove, won 3 in a row. So if Sault Ste. Marie is going to win the series, they'll have to win 3 straight. With Connor McDavid in the lineup, the Erie Otters haven't even lost back-to-back games this season. That is a tough task for Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, Darnell Nurse once again getting that task of trying to shut him down when he's on the ice, and he's been really effective. Darnell Nurse has at not only protecting the puck in the defensive zone, making those right plays, but adding that offense as well. And you see him every time he comes up the ice, he takes a look to see where McDavid is, see that he's not sneaking up the ice for that stretch pass in the breakaway. They've given him almost one a game. He's like, you're not getting one tonight.
Ramielli makes a pass in front of the net, and McDavid was there. It was just a little wide of his stick. Evan Williams plays it all the way to his own blue line. Troy Donnet. He'll dump it in. Chase after it. Try to use the 6-7 frame. Made things difficult for Ganley, but he was able to control. Kicks it to where Darnell Nurse is. And the Greyhounds captain banks it out of his own zone. Nick Ritchie, first man to this puck, trying to skate past Genovese. Ritchie stops. Doesn't cut to the net, goes to the front of the net. The give and go nearly worked for the Greyhounds. Now Maximovich to Connor McDavid. Puck bouncing to break it. Oh, what a great chance that was. Darnell Nurse came up with a loose puck. Cleared it along the boards. Erie hasn't had many chances, but that one had some people in the building shivering. Aaron Radish. Calmly behind his own net. Gets it to Dylan Strome. That pass right out to center. Baptiste redirects it into the Sault Ste. Marie zone. Tyler Ganley takes the hit from Baptiste. Makes a pass. Maximovich can't get there in time. John Dupuis. He's knocked down by Darren Radish. Quick peek at the referee after that. No call coming. Strome. 129 points during the regular season. He should have an assist in this game. Baptiste scored in the first period just over 2 minutes in. Right now it's unassisted, but Strome did give him the pass.
Yeah, no question.
Gettinger sends it down low, heads to the front of the net. Taken away by Darren Radish. He looks for Marchment to get open, lofts it up and over everybody, and that's icing.
Looking for a little lob pass. And a good little rush here by the Otters early on here as McDavid, instead of trying to drive through the middle like he did early, dishes it wide, drives through himself. And another real good chance on the far side by DeBrincat that just tries to chip it up over top of the goaltender, 6'3" of them. And Halverson might have got a piece of it before that to put it wide.
Clean face-off win for the Greyhounds. Boland's shots off a leg, Hayden Verbeek. He's dancing around out there, controlling for the Greyhounds. Made a pass to Gettinger. He's eliminated from the play by Marchment, but he got the puck back. Verbeek. He's taken care of now by Donnie. Puck's moved around the glass. This will go down the ice. Fresh ice early in the third period. Another icing against Erie.
Some good pressure by Sault Ste. Marie here, really not allowing Erie to get out of their zone safely, easily, so they're putting it down the ice, icing it, just trying to get fresh bodies on the ice. But that's the pressure they've been playing with, and they've done it now for 2.5 periods. It's been pretty impressive the way they've rebounded after getting scored on first in this game. They've really been able to take control of the game and play the game that they want to play, and they just haven't been able to bury their chances.
1-1 game in the third period as a road team. Probably take it if you were Erie.
You'd take it. You know what? You're playing a little armadillo right now. Just the protective, trying to not let too many high-quality chances against. Your goaltender's playing well. Another good save there. And you're looking for that one opportunity. And with the likes of Strome, McDavid, and the offense that Erie has, they can do that. They've shown they can play that type of a game and bury it. So for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, keep the pressure on. Keep it doing exactly what you're doing, controlling the puck. Put the puck there as you can get it back. Make it difficult for Erie to have that transitional game.
Marchment wasn't having much luck against McCann. Strome comes in and wins the faceoff. Radish skates that puck out of trouble. McCann intercepts at center, but Strome was right with him. Knocked it into the Greyhounds' end for a moment. That's turned over. Here's a 3-on-1 developing. Bunting, Tolchinsky, Bunting scores!
Big turnover in the neutral zone. You knew it was going to be an outnumbered rush coming the other way. Michael Bunting has had some tremendous chances in this game. He hasn't been able to find his range. Turnover, transitional game once again. Just a little drop pass, give and go. And he buries it for a 2-1 lead. The celebration afterwards. He's not been able to find the range. He's had some great chances. And that's a big one for his team there to take the lead early in this third period.
Bunting, the Arizona pick, got his first goal in 7 games in Game 4. Now he's scored in back-to-back. This line heating up for the Greyhounds, maybe just in time.
Yeah, they've been sniffing all night long, and they've scored both the goals. Indirect.
And Greyhounds right back in the offensive zone. Nick Ritchie tried short side. Williams was hugging the post. Troy Donay. He's got no room to work. Ritchie looking for a loose puck. Now it's wrapped around. DeBrincat comes up with it. He has to go back to his defenseman, and Donay moves it out to center. McDavid's knocks the puck loose. He'll be first man to it in the corner and has some space. DeBrincat banned on his chance. Finds McDavid though. Couple of strides in. DeBrincat. That shot gets to Halverson, and he makes the save.
Wow, a couple missed opportunities, I think, to get a puck to a net there. Some great speed shown by McDavid to get to this puck, keep it alive, gets it back to DeBrincat. He, instead of shooting the puck, looks like he wants to dish it. And then McDavid again looks like he can walk out, try and find a seam. He dishes it. DeBrincat not quite ready or in a position to shoot that in a one-timer. A very wise decision there. Now Halverson to snatch it up and say, let's get a whistle.
How about this? Strome, McDavid, and DeBrincat out there right now for Erie.
We talked about that, maybe loading it up for a couple of shifts, trying to find some offense.
Bailey comes in. There's a big save by Williams. Puck's loose. Williams pokes at it. Coming back to get it outside the zone. Not far outside the blue line was Patrick Murphy. Strome, check. Here come the Greyhounds again. Spears wants to get that puck in deep. Dupuis. Rolling down low, gets it to the line. Darnell Nurse. He wants it just to stay inside that end with this floated up line at the Otters. Another chance. Oh, what an opportunity for D'Angelo. He couldn't score. And a stick comes up on DeBrincat. He's down, and he's hurt. Puck's loose. He has to head to the bench. He can't do anything with it right now. He's injured. No call coming. McDavid's going the other way, catching up. Dermott scores! Travis Dermott jumps into the play. McDavid sets him up, and it's tied.
Wow, what a change of events here. Chances all over the ice for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds to go up by 2. They have some 10 bellers. And eventually just a transitional play again. McDavid right away sees the turnover, gets going quickly, and a great job by Dermott to get up the ice and be that option. As Darnell Nurse again does a great job to stay with McDavid here on the 2-on-1. He's not going to allow him to take this puck to the net. He's forced to pass it, and it's a perfect pass on the tape for a redirection up over top of the goaltender and ties this game in 2.
That is the first goal by a defenseman in this series for Erie, and it comes at a very important time. Just over 5 minutes into the third period. Erie has tied this game.
Erie Otters goal is
Genovese sends it into the Greyhound zone. Colton White is first man to it. Jake Marchman working for that puck along the boards. Puck bounces to Taylor Raddick. He had 21 goals in the regular season, his first in the OHL. Puck comes to Marchman. Now Bunting. That's off his skate. Stays inside the end. Cleared out by Bolin. Pass doesn't find any Greyhounds. Gets to an open side though, and Michael Bunting able to retrieve it for Sault Ste. Marie. Jake Marchman. Toe drag, takes a shot. Connor Bolin, he's so strong defensively. Didn't even let that shot through. Marchman still maintaining control though. Nick Betts takes it to his stick. He can't get a shot away. Tolchinsky couldn't make a move and get the puck up. One forechecker in there for Erie. That's Nick Baptiste. Tim Gettinger heads the other way. He's from Ohio. Knocked off his stick. Strome. This time he's out there with Fellows and Baptiste. Strome, a couple of bounces, puts that in on Brandon Halverson. Sometimes those two hoppers are tough. That one was handled smoothly by Halverson. And now the pressure's on. 13:34 to go. Game 5. It's tied.
Hey, big guy, how'd you like to trade that sandwich for a photo with the Avengers?
Nope.
Assemble your mighty combo today at Subway to get an Avengers collector card and a chance to win one of 3 heroic trips.
See Marvel's Avengers Age of Ultron in theaters May 1st. Subway, eat fresh.
Your eyes get sunburned, just like your skin. At LensCrafters, we can fit your prescription into nearly any pair of sunglasses. Sunblock never looked this good. LensCrafters loves eyes.
Think our car will sell because I posted it for free on AutoTrader? Or because my boyfriend rented that thing? Looks amazing!
Anyone can buy and sell like a pro with AutoTrader.ca.
I am an insurance broker, one of 35,000 across Canada. I live in the same community as my clients, and I know them by name, not a policy number. Having their best interests at heart, I find the right insurance for them from a choice of the best insurance companies. I look after them, and if they ever have to make a claim, I am there, on their side, so they can sleep easy.
Your best insurance is an insurance broker.
We talked about Alex DeBrincat taking that stick in the face. It was actually Justin Bailey's stick. If you watch it here, comes up, clips him right in the chin area as he tries to lift the stick over. Bailey's been a force physically in this game tonight. And DeBrincat went down the tunnel to get some repairs, and we'll keep an eye on that to make sure that it's not anything serious for the Erie Otters.
He went to the bench. McDavid went down the ice and set up Travis Dermott.
He paid the price. Yeah,
Yes.
I think he would take that for a goal at the other end to tie the game 2-2.
Donne, Baptiste, not given much space over there to keep this puck in. Now Brian Moore, he's heading up the ice, puts it off the crossbar. Oh boy, they've hit a few posts in this game.
That was a good shot too. He's had a couple posts. You know, just another real good shot as he comes down that right-handed side as a left-handed shot. Brian Moore, and that's twice now that he's rang it off the bar, essentially from the same spot, up over the glove. He challenges again. And for Williams, doesn't get that glove up quick enough, but he gets saved by the bar. There's DeBrincat on the bench. Looks like he's going to be okay. A scrappy player that's not going to miss too much time in a game like this.
Both teams need all their offensive talent. Sault Ste. Marie, they've got Nick Ricci, their leading playoff scorer, and he's had opportunities. That was another chance.
That was a good save. He had to react quickly to that shot that was taken in tight.
Puck turned over at center. Dermott, a couple of strides in. They made that little move at the blue line, and that put his teammates offside.
You know, this didn't look that difficult from the first, but because it changes direction so quickly, a turnover again and kind of gets thrown out quickly on the backhand, and you can see him have to react with the blocker that's up high. It's in a mesh area, and a nice save again. He's been real solid in this game. 32 saves so far for Devin Williams.
Sault Ste. Marie has been so good on home ice. They've won 19 straight, and then game 2 came along, and Erie got their first victory of this series. Protected their home ice, won both in Erie. Now they can eliminate Sault Ste. Marie. McDavid's out there. He's back with Elian DeBrincat. Hard hit down there by Darnell Nurse. Jared McCann. He's defending. He's got DeBrincat taken care of, and Darnell Nurse, such a good skater. Took McDavid to come over and try to knock it away, but Nurse has it again. McDavid steals it. Nurse gets it back. What a battle between those two.
I'll tell you, he was gone. Good little recovery there by Nurse to steal it back.
Look out here. Nurse from a sharp angle. He's the man down low. There's a long shot from Jared McCann, who is covering up for his captain, and Nurse staying right with McDavid, even though McDavid was heading deep in his own zone. Remy Alley lines up with a little bit of open space, couldn't direct the puck at the net. Halverson comes out quickly, and then he danced over that puck. Didn't want to get it caught up in his skates. Dylan Strome. He can't catch up to D'Angelo. Another good exit by the Greyhounds. Blake Spears puts his head down. Can't go wide on Murphy, so he elected to stop up. John Dupuis. That shot got through to Williams. Conley knocked it back behind his net. Connor Boland. Lots of time in his zone. Strome, he's good at intercepting passes. Boland knew that. Anthony D'Angelo. Over to Connor Boland. Into the third period. Sault Ste. Marie's season is on the line. Erie doesn't want this series to continue. D'Angelo has weaved his way over to get a pass to Ritchie, but his shot's wide of the net. Gertler can't get past Kyle Maximovich. Jake Marchman, he wants the puck down low. There's Nick Ritchie. Connor Boland will get to his own blue line, make a pass ahead. Gabe Gertler comes up with it. That shot is wide of the net. Put back in front. This will clear the zone. Getting close to the midway point of the third period. Nick Baptiste opened the scoring just over 2 minutes into the first. Jared McCann tied it on the power play. Michael Bunting had his second goal in as many games to take the lead in the third. Now it's tied thanks to Travis Dermott. There's Jared McCann. That was a tough save too. McCann used Radish as a screen.
Line once again, good skating ability on McCann to get up the ice in a hurry like that. Uses the defender as a screen, puts it through the legs. Looked like he was going to think the drop pass, but he doesn't. He decides to take the shot instead. And I don't mind that from him. He's had the hot hand. He's been flying tonight. You can see the jersey kind of flapping in the wind. He's skating so fast. Little Mike Madonowicz there going down the ice. Gets that shot through. Another good save.
Shots are 35-17 in favor of Sault Ste. Marie. Darnell Nurse, he's out there, so you have a pretty good hint who else is on the ice. Kolchinski, he's watched by McDavid. A penalty coming up to Erie. Halverson has gone to the bench for the extra attacker, and the Erie Otters have taken another penalty. This will be the 6th power play of the game for Sault Ste. Marie. They'll go to the power play when we return.
At Tim Hortons, our coffee beans are decaffeinated naturally through a chemical-free treatment called Swiss Water Process. Makes you think, why would anyone decaffeinate chemically? Great tasting coffee is in the details.
Are you satisfied? There's nowhere to go. Well, my mama, she told me before that you were the one, you were the one. What does she know? She doesn't know that you treat wrong, leave it alone. Are you satisfied? Are you
I'm a bit of a puck hog. The fellas don't love my game, so to get back on speaking terms, I buy them the new Wings 2 for Boston Pizza. It makes up for all the passes I didn't give them.
Chris Knobloch looks on. The second too many men penalty of the game for his club.
You know he's not going to be too happy about that one. The coaches don't like that when things get confused at the bench. That's 2 tonight.
Darnell Nurse. He moves the puck to D'Angelo. Now it's Nick Ritchie who circles out of the corner. Nurse over to D'Angelo. Puck bounced over his stick. He's got lots of time. Got it to Spears. Now back to Ritchie. Ritchie switches spots with Darnell Nurse. Nobody in a shooting spot yet. Nurse doesn't shoot. Gives it over to D'Angelo. Nurse. Ritchie. One-time shot. And got through to Williams. Made the save. D'Angelo. Back to Nurse. His shot. That one was wide of the net. Chance for Nick Baptiste to clear it down the ice. He got there first. Took a couple of hits, but got the job done. Sault Ste. Marie with its 6th power play of the game. Erie's had 1. Greyhounds 1 for 5. Trying to set up shop. Last 4 goals have come from the top line of the Greyhounds. That's McCann, Kolchinski, and Bunting. That trio's out there now. Bunting. Watched closely by Troy Donning. Sergei Tolchinsky. Stick handles Gets it to McCann, back to Tolchinski. D'Angelo, that shot's too high, and this will help Erie out.
He knew where he wanted to go with that one, and he just didn't dial that one in. Didn't miss by much on the short side, went to go a high blocker. Good puck movement there by Sault Ste. Marie.
Jared McCann, first round pick of the Vancouver Canucks. Over to Justin Bailey. He's streaking down the right wing side. Couldn't shoot though. Here's D'Angelo. Moves it to McCann. Tolchinski gathers the puck up. Gets it to McCann. Now Tolchinski. That's stopped by Williams. Good chance there. Few seconds to go in this power play. Nick Baptiste. He wanted to wait. Too many seconds to go. Send it down the ice to Halverson. Out of the penalty boxes to Brinkett. Erie's on a change. Chance for McCann. Stopped by Williams, and the Erie Otters in front of their own net. It's Troy Donné. He got that rebound. Has to be careful, though. Almost had his pocket picked by Bailey. To Brinkett. Good pass over to Strome. Stopped by Halverson. Rebound to Brinkett. Just put it wide. Right after that penalty, Erie gets to 5-on-5. Gets a good chance.
Really good chance.
John Dupuis moved it in front of the net. That's where Patrick Murphy takes over. Strome to Murphy. His pass blocked nicely by White. Murphy was on it again. He's down low. McDavid's covering up for the defenseman. He'll play defense on this rush as Moore comes in. He scores! Brian Moore scores for Sault Ste. Marie. They lead again.
Well, third time's a charm for Brian Moore as he's hit 2 posts down the right-hand side, trying to go up over the glove. This time he says, you know what, I'll try it from the left-hand side. He makes his mark felt as he puts it up over the glove and takes the 3-2 lead off the transition. Again, a defenseman caught deep. McDavid has to play defense, and he just picks the corner this time. Took a little bit off of it from the last couple of shots that he took, but he's been dialing it in all game long, and he finally converts.
What a season for Moore. 23 goals, 50 points. One of 10 players on the Greyhounds with 20-plus goals this season. Is that the one that will do it for Sault Ste. Marie? Still 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the third.
He said right after a great chance by DeBrincat again.
McCann right down Main Street. Puck rolling on him. Couldn't get a good shot away. Remy Ellie. He turns right away. Eats his way in. Got the pass to Radish. Ellie redirected it just wide. Now trying to control down low. Can't do it. Dermott keeps it in though for the Otters. Wafts it toward the front of the net. McDavid knocks it down. Had no room to work. It was Darnell Nurse who stopped him. 3-on-2. McDavid's back. Radish's back. And nothing materializes that time for the big line for the Greyhounds. Puck just moved to an open side. Still down there was Tolchinski. He wanted to change. Also wanted to keep possession. Moved the puck back into his own zone. Nurse. Good hard pass. Retrieved by Verbeek. His speed, though, doesn't connect with Senyshyn. Bowler backs off. No Otters near him. Tyler Ganley up to center. Senyshyn has to Brinkett in front of him. Ganley fans on one pass. Now Bolin moves it ahead. That hit something in the Erie Otters bench. 5:57 remains in regulation time, and the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds have the lead.
Before you get in, get going, get gone. You need to get a tire that gets you. A tire like Cooper's revolutionary new CS5 with premium touring innovations for the way real drivers really drive. That's real-life performance. Because life's a road trip. Come on, let's go.
To stay strong and healthy, many people pump iron. Your lawn can do the same with CIL Gulf Green Iron Plus Lawn Fertilizer. The exclusive slow-release formula has 10 times more iron for a thicker, faster greening lawn in as little as 72 hours, guaranteed. For overseeding, use CIL Gulf Green Sure Start Extreme Grass Seed. Pump up your lawn with CIL Gulf Green Iron Plus. Only at Home Hardware and Home Hardware Building Center. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
The Stanley Cup playoffs tomorrow on Sportsnet. After raising Cain against Smashville, Chicago's Aces look to make another run at the Cup. But the journey will be wild.
The state of hockey in a state of euphoria.
After upsetting the Blues, Minnesota takes aim at their playoff nemesis. Wild Blackhawks Game 1 tomorrow on Sportsnet and Rogers NHL Game Center Live.
We look at the Sault Ste. Marie bench as Brian Moore converses and probably reliving the goal that he just scored. We're going to take another look at. Nice individual effort, takes it wide. He's hit 2 bars already in the game, and this time tries from a different side, shelves it right up over top of the glove hand to Williams, and that's how it stands now, 3-2. And for Moore, he's had some real good looks tonight. He's created his space, and he finally put one home.
Greyhounds with their second lead of the game. Ritchie almost created a turnover down there. Dermott had fallen. McDavid's at center. Nurse gets in front of him. Marchment comes down. Nurse gets in front of him. Nick Ritchie slowly gets to his own line. He gives him a big bump. Remy Ellie comes up with the puck. Ellie works his way into the Greyhound zone. Sees nothing but those red sweaters. Took a long shot. Easy save for Halverson. Dave Gertler. Nurse will jump into the play. Now he'll back off, realizing his team's got that lead. No chances now for the Greyhounds. They have to protect this lead. Their season's on the line. Puck's along the boards. McDavid comes up with it. Bailey was right with him. They'll stay right with McDavid. Try not to give him any space. And he's off on the bench for a line change. Nick Baptisto comes in. And they say that DeBrincat was a little offside.
A little too eager to get into the offensive zone. That's what happens when a team like Sault Ste. Marie's been so aggressive on the offensive blue line, standing up, punishing checks, turning pucks over. You kind of want to jump the gun a little bit. Another good opportunity there that gets squandered just a little bit too quickly in the zone.
Puck to center. Troy Donning. Over to Darren Radish. Made a pass to Strome. His feed wasn't a good one to DeBrincat, and Spears is able to get it into the Erie end. Gettinger's on the back of Donning. Spins away from that. Baptiste goes cross-ice. Here's DeBrincat. Strome's catching up behind DeBrincat. Wanted to leave it for Strome, couldn't do it. D'Angelo knocked it outside.
That was a good stick by D'Angelo. Just tapped the stick to DeBrincat and didn't allow him to drop that puck back, and it gets turned over.
Radish having all kinds of problems eluding Tim Gettinger. All Erie can do is loft it out to center. McDavid's back on the ice. He won't get to it before D'Angelo. Saw an opening to clear. That'll go all the way down the ice. McCann's trying to thwart the icing. Can't do it. That is icing, and the crowd's not a fan of that call.
Good effort, though, by McCann. To try and at least chase that one down. That would have been an opportunity with a little bit of an outnumbered rush. But you know that the refs aren't going to win this battle with the fans here in this game right now. 3-2 with 4:03 left in it. And all the way down. Ooh, that was close. I thought tie goes to the runner.
Tough to be a linesman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, big face-offs now. Erie won it, but Greyhounds get it. Murphy with a bouncing puck, having trouble controlling it. Got some speed now, though. Murphy gets it to Ellie. There's a shot. No problem for Halverson. Controlled the rebound well. Then Murphy got over there, shoveled it in front. Plenty of time for Halverson to glove that.
Nice drive up the ice there by Murphy to get the puck in the offensive zone. As many offensive zone face-offs as you could get. As the Erie bench looking on, trying to once again muster up that offensive ability to tie this one up again. They've been down a couple of times in this game, and they've had to fight back through it.
3:44 to go. Face-off win. Dermott got the shot, and there was traffic in front. A quick juggle by Halverson, but he was able to find it. A lot of eyes on that Erie bench on Devin Williams, Will they need to call him for the extra attacker? It's a 1-goal game. Latter stages. Another face-off win for Strome. Remy Ellie trying to get it to the front of the net. Couldn't do it. D'Angelo wraps it around. Dermott's aggressive. Comes down to keep it in. D'Angelo down low. Dermott won't be denied. Got to that puck. Radish a quick shot. Big save Halverson and confident rebound control to kick it to the corner, and it's cleared by the Greyhounds.
That was exactly the shot they were looking for. Just had nobody in front to create any bit of a problem.
McDavid trying to go wide. Not knocked down. Crowd's a big fan of that. 3 Greyhounds converge on McDavid. Ellie's open. There's another kick save by Halverson. Erie's brought it up a notch here. They were sitting back. They need to try to tie it. They're pushing the pace. Greyhounds only allowing the Otters the 1 shot, not letting them get to the rebounds. Bunting working hard, got it to center. Maximovic stands in front of him. Darnell Nurse spots Tolchinsky. He's got 2 assists in this game. Murphy behind his own net, leaves it there. That'll force Maximovic to come back for it. Gives it back to Murphy. They play catch back there. 2.5 to go in the third. Tonne up ahead to Maximovic. He turned 17 in March. All he could do there is get as far as the Greyhounds line. Marchman gets it just inside. Scrambly play. Otters come up with a puck. Darren Radish. He's tied up by Ritchie. Couldn't get a good scoring chance. Puck moved to center. Looked like an odd man rush developing for the Greyhounds. That pass missed everybody. Marchman still working down there. Puck's finally out for the Greyhounds. They don't mind if it's scrambly as long as it's not getting to their net. Devin Williams starting to come out. He's near the top of the circle now. Otters are getting in the offensive zone. Williams is to the bench. Pass to McDavid. He knocks it down. Extra attackers out there. Strome tried a shot. McDavid gets it. No lane to shoot. Saucers it over. Couldn't be one time there by Radish. McDavid gets it again. Dermott, he'll shoot a hard shot. That's blocked. Greyhounds can't clear. Dermott kept it in, but an effort by Brian Moore gets it out to center. That's as far as it got though. McDavid can't put it in. Going for the empty net was Nick Ritchie, and he missed it. He's iced it with 1:12 to go.
Tell you put that one in, you're the hero, but you miss the net like that, and now there's a face-off in the offensive zone. A little rest for the Erie Otters to be able to recharge the battery and get going. So I know it was a really instinctive shot because it jumped on his stick. He saw the wide open net. And a big face-off coming up here. And again, just everybody freezing when McDavid has that puck. He looks for that one guy that's open on the ice. He makes those moves. Everybody freezes. He looks around. He's able to find people that are open. Again, good control of the puck in the offensive zone. And good defending by Sault Ste. Marie. They kept to the center. Didn't allow anything really sharp to get through.
Erie took as long as they could before Chris Knobloch took his timeout.
Smart. All the rest is that important when you're going to put the same guys back out there, and they're probably going to finish the game however long it takes.
Plenty of firepower there for Erie. Sheldon Keefe's got his instructions for Sault Ste. Marie trying to defend this lead.
You know, they've been really good at defending tonight in this game. They've limited the shots, 24 only for the Erie Otters, and they've kept things to the outside. They protected their goaltender second, third opportunities, and they're looking to finish the last minute and 15 doing exactly the same thing to get themselves back into this series.
Must win for Sault Ste. Marie. Won the first game of this series. And then Erie won 3 straight. Facing elimination tonight in Game 5 of the Western Conference Final. Brandon Halverson, he's been solid. His work's not done tonight. Here come Connor McDavid and his Erie Otters. They need to tie this game. They hope to wrap up the series tonight. Jake Marchman. Gabe Gertler will take this huge face-off to the left of Brandon Halverson. Scrum draw. Greyhounds get it, and they put it over the glass. Wow. They put it over the glass. It was D'Angelo. Put it too high. And he's got to delay a game penalty.
And the plot thickens, and just had all the time in the world. And I like the patience by D'Angelo here. This is just a real solid play on his part until he put it up over top of the glass. But he gets it, instead of just firing it down the ice, he tries to put it high off the glass so the defender can't keep it in. He just puts it a little too high. And maybe a little rust there from him, and puts it up over top of the glass. So again, a huge power play. They haven't had many in the game. They haven't accomplished a whole lot on the power play area in this game tonight. But a big chance here with 1:12 left.
They've had one power play chance. Building got quiet when that puck went over the glass. McDavid back to the line. Baptiste over to Dermott. He wants to switch spots with Baptiste. Puck's on McDavid's stick. Down low to Strome. Pass back to Dermott. Fakes the shot. Here it is. Halverson read it well and stopped Baptiste.
Wow. That's a terrific read there by the goalie. Halverson to get across and just read that it was coming. He has to respect the shot. Great pass from low to slot. Everybody converted it down. Very aggressive penalty kill here by Sault Ste. Marie. Everybody goes to the puck carrier. Slot wide open. And just makes it look easy with his movement across, doesn't he?
It looked simple. It wasn't. Under a minute to go. Greyhounds win the faceoff, and that will work out for them. They get the puck down the ice. McDavid will track it down before it gets near that open net. Extra attacker and a power play. So essentially, 2 extra men out there for Erie. McDavid makes a pass to Dylan Strome. OHL scoring champ. He drops it off for Dermott, right back on the stick of Strome. Couple of strides down low. There's McDavid. Dermott knocks it down. His shot's off a leg. Goes wide of the net. Time ticking away. Less than 30 seconds to go for the Erie Otters. McDavid to Dermott. His shot. That's blocked in front. Another chance. It's loose. Knocked to the corner by Ganley. 20 seconds to go. Nick Baptiste behind the net. Strome gets it to McDavid. There's a one-time chance. That's blocked. DeBrincat again. Puck's loose. McDavid. Oh, he can't shoot. And it's cleared by the Greyhounds. And they're going to win this game. Gabe Gertler puts it into the empty net just to make sure. And the Greyhounds have forced a Game 6 in the Western Conference Final.
Boy, I'll tell you, action right down to the end here. There was chances for Erie to tie this game. Great goaltending by Halverson here to just shut the door and deny Erie when they get their high-quality chances. Great patience here by the Otters to move this puck around, look for a good opportunity to get a couple of whacks at the slot, and good defending as well. Everything isn't clean coming through, and when it does get through, your goaltender's there to make the saves. A diving one there at the last second. Just a terrific performance there. Wasn't tested early in this game too often, but when he was needed, he shut the door.
A must-win for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, the #1 ranked team in the CHL, and they come through with their backs against the wall. Third period goal from Brian Moore turns out to be the game-winning goal, and Sault Ste. Marie has forced a Game 6 in this series, and that will take place Saturday in Erie. And of course, we will have that game for you. Time now for the insurance play of the game. It's brought to you by your local insurance broker. Get a broker on your side because your best insurance is an insurance broker.
Well, it's going to be the go-ahead goal by Brian Moore as he just goes down the left-hand side, hit a couple posts from the right, decides to go left and zips it home for the 3-2 lead. That's the game-winning goal in the game. And that's why the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds are still alive in this series, going back to Erie for a Game 6.
What a Game 5 tonight. The Greyhounds get it done, and Rob standing by with a hero.
Brian Moore gets the game-winning goal. You guys took possession of this game early. You forced the issue.
Yeah, we came out hard. We didn't want it to be our last game. We wanted to definitely bring it back here for Game 7. We came out as hard as we can. We knew they were going to come out hard, so we just gave it all we had.
You're getting frustrated at all. You had the edge in shots, just couldn't seem to put anything behind them.
Yeah, you know, I had to stay positive. I knew I had one coming. Kept on hitting the post a couple times, and AJ, our assistant coach, told me the third one's going to be a charm, and I was lucky enough to go upstairs.
Tell me about that goal. You really did a lot of work. You got around, was able to find a space.
Yeah, you know, I just came down the left side and shot it off my right leg, and I put it up top right over his glove.
Now you get another shot at him. Game 6 awaits.
Yeah, we're going to definitely go there and come out as hard as we did tonight and bring it back to the Hound Pound.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brian Moore gets the game winner. This one will go to a Game 6. It's going back to Erie.
And the Sault Ste. Marie team would love to get it back to the Hound Pound, but some work to go. They came out in Game 5 and got the job done. It was a tight game. 4-2 with an empty netter. Brian Moore, the game winner. Game 6 of this Western Conference final between these two powerhouses takes place on Saturday, 7:30 Eastern Time on Sportsnet and Sportsnet 360. What a series. We'll see you Saturday.
Here's Emerson Edom now. Edom steps in. He has one. Look at the move. Edom in there. What a goal by Emerson Edom to tie the game.
Wow. What a move from Emerson Edom.